We're here to help each other reach our potential.
Yes.
What?
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
There is a cough button. They should just say it's the burp button. I think what happened
that was
is like the DoD put out like a false like press release or information brief. My God, Brittany, Jesus Christ, use the cough button.
What's the cough button?
It's the red button right.
Why would I press that if I have to burp?
Because it silences it.
But it's gonna catch on your microphone, isn't it?
I mean, it won't be.
She's proud of the burp.
She's into it. I don't know if it's just like anytime I talk about something deep, I feel like she's just like, bah, stop it.
It's just my stomach.
Hey everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the SimpCast. Well, who am I kidding? It's mostly boys. Welcome. Good to have you all here tuning in on this very special pre-Valentine's Day SimpCast. This episode is brought to you by the Tower Power Hour podcast. I don't know how many podcasts you guys are capable of listening to at one time. For me, it's probably 3 tops. But I would recommend checking out the Tower Hour podcast. It's this funny, libertarian-centric podcast hosted by Clint Russell, Reed Coverdale, plus their buddies Cole Toad, and yes, his name is Toad, and Jose. It's live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can check it out on YouTube, Odyssey, and anywhere else you get your podcast content. I've been a guest on it, and they've made possibly their smartest decision ever by actually sponsoring me this podcast. So we already know they have impeccable taste. So go ahead, check them out. Who have they had on besides me, you ask? Dave Smith, Shoe on Head, Spike Cohn, and a couple of my comedy buddies, Crip Daddy and Josh Denny, just to name a couple. Go check them out. Tell them I sent you and let them know that their money was well spent. Guys, my album, Live from January 6th, comes out March 15th. Pre-sales, I think, will be available as early as next week. And I know that you can pre-purchase it on iTunes, possibly also Amazon. But when I find that out for sure, I will let you guys know. Got a bunch of gigs coming up. Comedians of the Compound is going to be February 26th at Governor's in Levittown. And then I'll be heading to Raleigh, North Carolina on March 17th to do the Good Nights Theater out there. So St. Patty's Day. I wonder if I got booked because they think I'm Irish with the red hair and all. Anyway, I will drink like I'm Irish. And then I'm heading out to Savannah, Georgia, March 19th to the Wormhole, then to Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida, March 20th, and then back with Comedians of the Compound to Atlantic City, April 22nd and 23rd. Hope to see you guys at a show. For tickets, go to ChrissieMayr.com. To check out the other Comedians of the Compound shows, go to CompoundComedy.com. And yeah, I think that's all for now. I think we're going to start bringing in the ladies, and you guys can get to simping. Popping her SimpCast cherry for the very first time. She has a brand new YouTube channel called Deprogrammed with Keri Smith. It's Keri Smith!
Hello, Chrissie. Yay. Thanks for having me.
I'm loving the Be Mine headdress here. At first, I didn't know you had a Wi-Fi signal coming out of your head. I was like, uh-oh, she's gone transhuman on us.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Super Bowl, but I do know that Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so I
Yeah.
figured I'd dress up for that.
No, it's perfect. I love it. I immediately regret not wearing a pink or a red top, so maybe I'll have to go change if it really starts bothering me. But good to have you here. It's gonna be a blast. Speaking of blasts, you know her, you love her. She's been on the SimpCast before, and if you live in the Texas area, you've probably seen her on stage at what's that comedy club I love? Hyenas. She has it's not that new, but it might be new to you. Her podcast is called Immune to the System. You can find it on Rumble. She's also got her own YouTube page. Welcome back to the show, Lila Hart. Good to see you, girl.
So happy to be here.
You're just like beautiful and glowing, and it's like it's got to be happiness or good dick. I can't figure out which one.
You know
Or
what?
both.
It's good dick for sure.
Yep,
It's
I
that
figured.
good dick.
That'll do it to you. Also popping her SimpCast cherry today. You may have seen her. She's been on Wet Spot. She's been on In Hot Water on Compound Media a couple of times. She's definitely been on my other podcast, CMP. I've done her podcast, so it's only a matter of time before she found her way here to you simps. Her Twitter handle is, I think it's the Wrist Flex. She just hit 100K subs on YouTube. Wrist Flex, welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. We couldn't include you in the Twitter group chat, so I was like, uh-oh, we've lost her.
I don't know how to use Twitter. I have to look into my messages and figure out, or my settings and figure out like what's going on.
I figured that was the deal. Or I was like, she's breaking up with me and this is the beginning. Good to have you, Wrist. Now joining the SimpCast again. You know her, you love her. It's still her month. It's still Black History Month, and she's here as token diversity. And she's one of my all-time favorite ship posters. And it was her birthday very recently, so we're gonna get the scoop on that. She's here. She brought the good cleavage. It's Brittany Venti.
Thank you. It's not only Black History Month, it is my birthday month. The entire month is mine. It's Britney History Month.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's Brit History
Thank
Month.
you.
I'm loving
As
it.
you guys know, I turned 45, so thank you so much for all the love in the chat.
You look really good for 45.
Are you kidding?
Keri?
No, the chat, I mean, they can confirm I'm turning 45. I turned 45. 45 going on 30.
Oh, okay.
Our thing that we've decided to do is to just say we're way older than we are, so that everyone is forced to say, "Oh my God, you look so good."
I've been trying this for a while.
Yeah.
This is what, because then they just give you the reverse compliment instead of the other way around.
Yeah. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I do. They're pleasantly surprised. Is that so?
Yeah.
That's your joke then? I'm like, there's no way this girl's 45.
Yeah. I mean, either way, whether you say you're 25 or 45 on the internet, you've already hit the wall. So it doesn't really matter.
Depending on who you ask. And it's always the guys who have a small dick or no girlfriend who are the quickest to say that you've hit the wall. That's just what I've noticed personally. Speaking of someone who hasn't hit the wall, I don't think the wall's ever going to hit this woman. She's been on the podcast before. You can see her. I think her show is called The Real BBC. I don't know when it is. That shows how good of a friend I am. But please check out her YouTube channel. Follow her on Instagram. Nina Infinity, welcome back to the show.
Hi, ladies. Wrist Flex, it's very nice to meet you. Brittany, happy birthday.
Thank you, Nina.
Sisters. Thank you, Keri. Always a pleasure. And Lila.
Is this better? No, I like this
Same thing.
better. Oops, that's me. What's better, this or this?
This
I think-
one.
It's like
I think
Hollywood
zoomed
Squares.
in, but that's just my opinion.
Let's zoomed in. Let's get personal. Venti, how was your birthday? I saw pictures of you and Lila together.
I don't know,
was
Lila. How
FOMOing.
was my birthday, Lila?
It was super fun. I enjoyed karaoke. We had a good time karaoke singing. We went
Yeah.
to
What songs did you guys sing? Do you have a go-to song or do you just do whatever?
my go-to song is Like a Virgin Madonna. I've been singing that. That's like my karaoke performance song, Like a Virgin. But we sang a lot of good songs last night. It was fun.
Yeah, Lila's really good at singing Barbie Girl. That's her song.
I love that song.
That's an oldie now, isn't it?
That's like on that's like on the oldies
It's
station.
a youngie.
It is a youngie. Oh man, I'm glad you had fun. And then your wedding is coming up, Venti, right? At the end of the month.
Yeah, February 30th. It's so crazy how the time just flies. You know, one day you're 25, next day you're 45. And one day you're single, next day you're married. It's just crazy. And then also another thing that happened was I was on speaking of BBC, I was on the BBC documentary with Louis Theroux, and I had people messaging me on Twitter. Like, I didn't know it was released yet because I like woke up late because I was hungover for my birthday. And I had
Can I
people
look this
messaging
up?
me.
What is it called?
Yeah. I'll link it.
Okay.
So because I don't have the direct footage, someone else hosted it. Ethan Ralph hosted it on his channel. So if you go to 1:45, meaning like 1 hour 45 minutes, that's my part on it. But yeah, they interviewed me and I forgot that it was going to be released because time zone difference. So I just had people DMing me like, "You did good," and I was like, "What?" And then I had a friend message me, and he was like, "Oh my god, I saw that you were on here." I was like, "Oh shit, did I look good?"
Yeah.
That was my first question. Did I look good?
I mean,
Because the
we'd
lighting
be
was
lying
really
if we
bad.
say that's like not the thing that matters the most. We would be
Yeah.
lying. Let me
I
pull
didn't
this
know
up.
how they edited it together, so I really didn't know what to expect because if you edit anything right, you could take anything.
Who is
and
this
send it
person?
right.
Who is this Louis Theroux?
That's Louis Theroux is like a famous documentary guy. He has a podcast too. I don't know if he's active on podcasting anymore, but he's pretty known in the UK. He's done a lot of work covering niche communities basically. So he decided to cover people that were on the right. So he interviewed Nick Fuentes, Beardson, Baked Alaska, and me.
Baked Alaska. Does he steal memes or steal jokes? I've heard the name, but I'm not really sure what he does.
The last notable thing he did was doing IRL streaming and then like yelling the N-word, and then like just being incendiary, I guess, and trolling in real life. And like the police were called on him a few times. He was arrested on one of the streams.
Oh man. All right, let's
That's
play
the
this
last
for a
thing he
little
did.
bit.
So, hello, Nick Fuentes. This is Dr. Milfy. How are you doing today?
So is Ethan just watching this?
Brittany
Yeah.
Venti is a sometime friend of Nick Fuentes.
Sometime friends.
It's like they see racism and they're like, "Oh my god, that's so."
Brittany.
Should I pause it?
Yeah, Brittany, what is this? Is this like a hit piece documentary?
It looks like it.
It kind of looks like it.
I mean, I guess so. It's like a documentary thing. It aired like a few hours ago on BBC.
What's it called?
I forgot what it's called.
Pit
Honestly.
Viper. There's a lot of text here. We don't know if it's Louis Theroux Watch Party. We don't know if it's Pit Viper. We don't know if it's Ralph
it
Retore
sounds-
Stream.
it
I think it's
sounds all
called
like-
Extremely Online. America's Extremely Online. I think that's what it was called.
Because they're using that like dangerous true crime documentary voice with the music behind
Yes.
it. Like this girl, Brittany.
Watch
she
out
does
for
these
her.
bad
Oh, yeah.
things. Yeah.
It was definitely like a
dangerous
serious
bitch.
tone. And it was kind of weird at one part where they played the Beardson clip with the serious tone. It was like overly dramatic. And I was like, oh, this is like what he was saying, what Beardson said wasn't funny. You'll see what it is if you play it. But
How did this budget Wish.com John Oliver find you in the first place?
Oh my god.
he emailed my manager actually like a couple years ago, and it took a while for them to actually like put together the documentary. This was filmed back when I was in New York back in August, I think, or no, July or June actually.
He
When
says
it's,
back in the
like,
day,
about
like she's
Yeah.
so old.
How old am
Yeah.
I am, I'm
It's like, no,
45.
that's actually not tongue.
Brittany, did you ever like date Nick, or were you friends, or you just like noticed him as a fellow like troll type or streamer type?
Yeah, I noticed him as a troll streamer type, and I had him on. I thought he was funny. He definitely has a sense of humor, but it went so far with like the anti-woman stuff to the point of it being very homosexual. And I'm kind of mad that they cut this part out, but I told Louis, I was like, yeah, I think Nick Fuentes is gay, but they didn't put it in the documentary, which I'm mad about. But yeah, I never dated him or anything. I've met him one time in real
Okay.
life.
And she like initially thought,
So you saw this already, Venti.
because I thought
Ran the wall.
Have you seen
Hey.
that?
Wow.
What is this?
As you can see, Brittany Venti lives in complete squalor by this fly on the wall. I wish I too could have been a fly on the wall during these anti-Semitic protests.
Oh my god, that was something out of some fucking comedy skit or something. Man, with a fly on the
trying
wall.
to frame up beards. Don't feel any pressure to do it.
Does he say anything else interesting?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Brittany, if I ever see you, I'm gonna rape you.
Whoa.
Is this him?
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking put my dick in your fucking asshole. I'm gonna.
Jesus Christ.
It's just a dramatic.
Do you know he doesn't look at all like I thought? He doesn't look at all like I thought he would look. I was expecting like a young, fresh-looking, like almost look like a young Republican. I wasn't expecting somebody like bearded and like Best Buy looking. Like I was not expecting Geek Squad. I was expecting more like young Republicans.
Yeah, and there was an article about Beardson actually that Louis wrote. He was basically bullying him for being a man. Like he was like, I just wanted to pick him up because he was so small. The fellow was so small, and everyone was posting everywhere. The reason I'm laughing at this is what I was explaining to you guys earlier, like the very dramatic setting in contrast to what's being said is funny. It's not that saying raping women is funny. Like you shouldn't go around saying that. It's
Of course
like
not.
psychotic, but it's like watching Twilight, right? The first Twilight movie, just how overly intense it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Maybe I'll watch this through a little bit faster, see if he says anything interesting.
Fucking bitch. That you do not understand. You have evolved yourself.
I feel like this could be the whole show.
You do not understand.
Can you just clarify for me? Who's this guy threatening you? For anybody who doesn't know, I don't know.
I kind of don't even know.
I don't know who that is.
Is the guy in the phone Nick Fuentes, or is this a different person?
His like in the same crowd on Beardson.
Okay.
He's a podcaster. I had him on my podcast. He was good to converse with, but then out of nowhere, like I don't know what happened. He started saying that he wanted to rape me, and he suddenly hated me.
He saw you in that anti-Semitic crowd, and he was like, "Fuck this. This bitch gotta go."
Let me see what else. I'm almost ready to stop playing this, but he seems a little mentally ill.
Oh,
a little.
I mean, I get that there's a sense of humor with the obscenity of it, like, but it doesn't make it okay to say that because
before things go way out of hand, like
Dude,
they
that
did.
guy's psycho.
All
right.
gets in the guards.
This looks okay. We're done. Wow, that's interesting though. You know what? It's all good publicity, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten any hate for it yet. Most people seem to think what I said was pretty reasonable, and he left the context out of the group that I'm talking about. I mean, you can kind of understand what group I'm talking about, but let's say you were completely new to this and you had no idea what any of this online stuff was, then maybe you wouldn't know I'm talking about Gropers in particular. So I wish they had kind of included that, because like not every Groper is like psychotic, but it's just like the overwhelming voices from them.
And
a lot of them
Gropers are different
psychotic.
than Gropers, because I always thought when I first heard, I'm like, oh, it's people who grab your ass on the bus.
Brittany's using words again that I don't even know. What the hell's a groiper again?
Aren't they?
There are these
don't even really know.
psycho frog people on the internet who are they need to touch grass, basically. Like it started out as a funny thing, like just a meme posting Pepe's, basically, and then it turned into something else, basically, that got out of hand.
Yeah,
like more extreme, so to speak. That's the lingo that BBC likes to use. But
Keri Smith is confused as the rest of us. I'm confused as well.
I'm learning things.
We're all learning. But you know what? Like we're gonna mix it up from that dislike to some extreme like, because I got, I think, my first ever poem written about me for me from a simp. And
how romantic!
It's I know,
Just
especially
in time for Valentines.
in the spirit of love and romance that is Valentine's Day. I thought we could read a stanza each, or let me get to a couple super chats before I do. From JS Pena, Keri on SimpCast. Interesting. Sounds like he doesn't think you're simp worthy.
I have a
you
simp.
are.
He's my husband.
Oh yeah, the biggest, that's a fucking lifelong simp right there, or else. From Young Pei Chang, my only Asian fan. Hey, Chrissy, I actually managed to get tickets to see Tim Dillon's late show last night before he left Phoenix. So glad I went. Thanks for telling me to stop hesitating and just go. It was great. Yeah, Tim Dillon is.
Hey,
So
he's not
funny.
your only Asian fan. X-Ray Girl's also
Oh,
sometimes around.
correct. Right, she's a girl. Uber Geek. Sup, Uber Geek. Just saw the Amazon Lord of the Rings trailer. Anyone else getting Narnia vibes?
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't seen it. Do you guys care about that sort of thing? Nerd
I
culture?
do, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure I'll be talking about it on the real BBC though.
I heard some opinions about it today at church.
You went to church? Oh.
Well, because there's a guy there who really loves Lord of the Rings, and he said they added these characters to be more diverse. They added these black elves, and he's like, but they're not in the book. And he said if they wanted to add people of color, they could have easily done that from the existing lore and drawn, you know, there are Asian people in the books that live, I think he said South, and there's Black people to some other direction. And what he was like, but they didn't actually draw from these existing characters. They just created.
Yeah.
That's what my nerds keep telling me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Woke.
I maintain if they wanted to use, you know, Black dwarves, it could just been a whole set of Kevin Harts. There you go. Boom. Done. Already the right size. Robin DeHood. Best damn halftime show in a while. Snoop Dogg killed it. Oh, I forgot. It's the Super Bowl.
I forgot. Yeah.
Is that sarcastic? Because I heard they were using lingo that was like Buster instead of saying motherfucker or something like that. Like
Really?
Kids Bop here.
Really?
That's
Oh,
what
that's
someone was just
lame.
telling me before I went on the stream.
Buster.
I wasn't watching it, but that's what I heard.
Look here, Buster. Yeah, did you guys? I can't remember the last time I watched the Super Bowl. But I've never been into football, so maybe I'm a bad example.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I heard this guy, Joe Burrow, is a big deal. It's like the new Tom Brady.
Oh, here's the Lord of the Rings trailer. Oh, here's Super Bowl. Okay, we can watch the Lord of the Rings trailer when we're done with the couple. Happy Plague Doctor. Hail, Chrissy from Valentine, Nebraska. Is that a real town?
Aw.
That's
cool.
Oh, wow. I can't believe that's real. Young Pay. Keri, please come back to TimCast. Also, hi, Lila.
Hello.
I'm sure Keri would love to go
I'd
back.
love to. Yeah, I love.
We all would love to go back. It's not like, please have us. It goes from them to us. They get to pick. Full grown man. Oh, thank God, a full grown man in the chat. Marry me, Brittany. I can use your wealth for good. Wow. Not only does he want to marry you, but he wants you to be his sugar mama.
I think you should ask again on Valentine's Day through the super chats.
And also, like, super chat Venti. I don't know. You're gonna have to do
Also,
better than
she's
199.
engaged. Aren't you getting married on the 30th?
Yeah.
It's too late. Sorry,
True.
bro.
It's over.
Andrew Thomas. Happy Simper Day. Always, sexy ladies. I hope that you had a great birthday, Brittany.
Thank you.
I simp for Andrew Thomas and all
Yeah,
of
he's
our
nice.
all of our consistent simps. Young Pei Chang, you could take a B-roll of a sandwich and make it seem like a threat to our democracy if you add a passive-aggressive British accent and Dutch angles. What's a Dutch angle? Is that like a Dutch oven?
That's funny. They use like very they weren't flattering angles, I have to say. In my opinion.
Nothing. The lighting was bad. The angles
They didn't bring
were
any lighting.
bad. I mean, they lost me when they zoomed in on that fly. Okay,
The
It's like, if you've
fly.
been in
Oh,
any
that was it.
It was the
apartment-
fly for me.
It was the fly. It was over.
How dare he fly shame you?
She lives in squalor.
Unacceptable. Look at this disgusting woman.
It's like zooming in on the litter box. Like, look at this poop. There's a cat that lives here.
I would
Zoomed in
not
on
have
the
been
cat,
surprised.
And literally, your cat was like, "The door is right here." Like your cat was sitting in the door, like, "You can leave at any point, buddy." Bucko. Bobby Bob. Nick tends to take things way too far to an extreme level. It's almost authoritarian. Okay. Yeah, he sounds like a lot of fun. Medic Knight. Chrissy, can you ask everyone if they knew who Dave Smith and the Libertarian Party Mises Caucus are?
Yes.
Keri Smith knows. Wrist Flex, do you know?
No.
Lila, do you know? No. Brittany?
Dave Smith, the Libertarian. No, I don't.
Nina? Welp.
Hi, John.
That's 2
We
out of
took a
6.
poll.
We tried. JS Pena, X-Ray Girl, get Tugs on here. X-Ray Girl's not here, but I'll have to figure out who Tugs is.
Tugs works for Geeks and Gamers and Park Hoppin', and she's pretty awesome. She's an awesome lady. She lives in Las
Tugs.
Vegas area.
Yes, that name does sound familiar. Okay, are we ready for the Simp poem? This is the simpiest
Yes.
poem I've gotten probably all year. All right, let's start it out. I'll take the first paragraph. Holy effing Christ. Okay, here we go.
Oh, email.
This is for you, Chrissy. Wait, am I at least hiding their identity? No.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
No, they need poems. They need to receive poems back.
Oh yeah? We should write
Yeah,
them a poem back, you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Each one of us writes a paragraph.
That's a
I'm
great
down.
idea. Okay, here I go. I'm going to start out. She is a sunset wrapped in starlight. Every moment, the slipstream grace of butterflies. Her walk, a sacred dance. Fireflies, a light in her wake. Okay, Keri Smith, read the next paragraph.
The fiery-haired beauty shakes dreams from her hair, and 1,000 angels ride its wispy wave, uplifting and gliding through gossamer strands, achieving gentle ascension in rapid, tranquil surrender to moonlight above.
Okay, Lila.
Gently they stir, gently rise, heavenly seeds on a lazy, languid trajectory, to be born out of moon dust, anointed by silvery light and ash, to bloom in soft earth glow, to emulate her glory.
I need one of those wands.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay, Riss.
Raining shooting star dreams jettison back down toward Earth, returning the ancient magic that once was lost.
That was a short one. All right, Brittany.
In the placid world below, I watch each slow millennium of her moving. She smiles and the sky alights. Aurora borealis, azure and emerald dance in fiery abandon. Titans of energy making mad love with vivid hues of thunder, skimming and careening off the ionosphere.
Sardonically, she laughs. The breeze intensifies, chilling skin and caressing as if in answer, slowing like a thoughtful hand drawing away.
Calm like a familiar whisper in the night.
I'm lost. Oh, there we are.
You just stay still. You just stay still. Lila.
The delicate sound of thunder in the distance.
Moonlight dims like a snuffed candle. The world stutters, black interspersed with flickering moonlight.
The moonlight world returns once again.
She stands in an ancient forest clearing. The thunder approaches, bellowing louder. Clouds gather like eager spectators above.
She watches in fascination. Does she not know of her own magic? Or does she call it?
The ring of trees radiate, blood crimson, lined with charcoal.
Am I getting my period?
Thunder shakes the earth. Now joined by bright electric fury.
Diarrhea too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She stands tall, beauty and grace untouched by the chaos.
This sure keeps going.
Delicate poise, defiance carefully refined.
God, this is like English class all over again. I'm getting
really
called
long
on to
poem.
read.
Yeah.
Sound and light assault all senses. A whip crack flash of jagged blue scars the night. Electric tendrils reaching toward the ground. Fingers aching to caress the earth in a forever moment.
Contact.
Oh, this is longer than I realized. Okay.
That's what she said.
Electric turns to neon blue eruption. A crystalline bolt slowly retraces its path skyward, urged on by her reflection in multifaceted retardations.
Retardation. Wow.
Reflections. I was like, now we're talking. Reflections of her true heart. A brilliant red rose in full bloom. Plus 100 million in kaleidoscope ecstasy, ever shifting on the surface.
Moonlight and crystal mingle. Radiant, luminous, pulsing.
I think that one's about his dick.
A crystal lightning bolt of infinite roses.
Woo, infinite.
Slumbering within every facet now stands centennial in the clearing, awaiting but one last nudge of creation.
She reaches her hand out and touches the shimmering moonlight surface.
A starlit ring explodes outward, radiating through the clearing and into the trees beyond.
Great ruby blooms replace the tops of once mighty oaks and maples. Ooh, it's Canadian, Hong Kong. Withered and weathered bark turns green and thorny.
A red forest. Yeah. A red forest of mammoth roses spreads as far as the eye can see. The magic of this world is back.
This world she has created. This is how I see her.
I may not know her, but I know her magic.
That was probably the worst line of the whole thing.
I did get this, and this was virus free.
And you know what? Did this brighten your day, Chrissy?
It honestly did. Yeah.
It was
sweet.
So beautiful, so sweet.
Yeah, it reminds me of like my my poetry career in 5th grade. Like I wrote so many poems about like cats and windows and candles and wind. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, anything that shows me that you have a lot of time on your hands and you're thinking.
Did you
of
reply
me.
to him?
No, I just got this like a couple days ago.
Oh,
he's gonna see it on the SimpCast and be so happy that we read it.
Or upset that I made it public. Should we write back? I mean, there's no way I'm gonna
write him a letter back.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of time you put into it and a good vocabulary.
What should I say? Dear Connor.
Dude, I received a couple poems that were very similar to what that guy was saying in that video to Britney. So
what if this is a poem?
This was a pretty good poem.
What if he sends this poem to everyone though? How would I even know?
Yeah. Right.
Copy and
That's
paste
true.
it into Google.
Oh, there you go.
Copy and paste it into Google search? Say what?
Yeah, see if he copied it.
This
or-
is a long copy and paste.
Just do a section of it.
Just do like one paragraph
Just
or
one
two
paragraph?
paragraphs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the first one. Damn, if this is a fucking copied poem, I'm gonna take back all those compliments. All right, we're gonna duck go this puppy.
I have a
Paste
feeling it
and
wasn't
go.
copied. Because he clearly was talking about your red hair a lot.
Let's see. Yeah, no, nothing's coming up.
Dude, he
It's,
wrote
it's
it.
an original.
It's an OG poem.
Took all day.
Wow, I'm back to being complimented. I really thought the end of this poem was going to be like, I know where you live. Oh, wow. We're getting some people thought this was a poorly written poem.
Aw,
Well,
guys.
time to walk into the desert.
Wow.
It was thoughtful.
Hey, try.
I like a poem. I'll take a
it's
bad
effort.
poem over nothing.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least you get like poems. I just get like begging and like, I love you. It's like,
And Riz, like, I'm interested to hear about like what your simps are like because you're like a very serious kind of journalist vibe.
right. So
online.
isn't it kind of weird? Like, I don't know why they like, I'm not like even like entertaining these types of people, but they just show up everywhere.
I think it's because they like your extreme close-ups.
Yeah. I get like dozens. I have like a good dozen of them that are very persistent. And like DMs.
My manager said he has a plagiarism finder. If you want to send it to him, he could check.
Oh, okay. I'll forward it. I kind of almost don't want to be disappointed. I'm gonna forward
Ignorance is bliss.
Isn't it? Isn't it though? I don't know his email right now, but I'll just leave it open. Wow. Medic Night. What do all you ladies think of CNN trying to cancel Joe Rogan?
They're jealous.
They're jealous, yeah.
They have no ratings. Didn't they just get passed off to Discover because they're just like trying? I think they're just trying to use his name to like get views.
Of course, he's the new Trump.
Did you guys see that January 6th headline?
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they changed it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, the
Let's
only
see,
thing
where
worse
was
than
it?
being a loser is being a sore loser.
They said that Joe Rogan was as bad as January 6th, that he had a January 6th moment. And
oh my God, that just
what
shows
that
you
means,
how...
because they've defined what January 6th is as something really horrific. It never worse.
Worse
They've
than
called
9/11.
January 6th worse than 9/11. So that's what they're now saying about Joe Rogan. It's like once they establish something, they
He's
set the
worse
narrative.
than 9/11, you guys.
Yeah.
changes it. Oh wow. I seen a headline on Sunday compared Joe Rogan's use of the N-word in several episodes of his show. Yeah, it was all pre-Spotify, like many years ago, to January 6th, before the outlet altered the headline by removing the analogy. The article, which is classified in an analysis, is titled "Joe Rogan used the N-word as another January 6th moment." Wow, how many January 6th moments do we have?
Joe Biden even admits that he entered the Capitol illegally before he was in Congress.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just so bizarre.
The analysis opened by noting Rogan did not join a mob and rush and deface the Capitol. Nobody defaced anything. Before nonetheless making the comparison, CNN has since changed the headline to read, "Why shugging up Joe Rogan's use of the N-word is so dangerous." But of course, they got to get the January 6th in there because that's what gets the clicks, baby. And that's what the algorithm likes.
Did you guys see that clip going around of the Joe Rogan podcast where he talks about the whole situation with this one guy, and like it was a really good one, and he like basically like again trashes CNN and all these fuckers, puts them in place.
Ooh,
I have
no, I
it
didn't see
somewhere.
that.
I'll send it to you on the thing because I have it on my Twitter.
Ooh.
Chrissy, I just sent you an image in the Twitter chat for
Ooh,
SimpCast.
I see it. I'm going
This is interesting. Look at this bar graph. This is the third quarter media ratings, so you can compare.
Oof! Damn.
Joe Rogan Experience.
Wow.
11 million per episode. Look
I'm
way
surprised
down at the
he's
bottom.
doing Killing Tucker Carlson so hard. Crushing.
All legacy media, all. Because they're all...
Because people who don't like news like to watch Joe, because he's not really news. He's like conversations.
And he'll have a conversation with all different types of people too. So, and it's like a long format conversation. It's so sad to see how they really just want to silence people. They don't want people hearing the truth, and they just want to have it be their narrative.
I just put that clip in the private chat for you.
Wow, he's more than like 4 of these put together.
Yes.
I'm not good at. I'm no Asian, but I feel like if my math is correct,
like
damn.
CNN doesn't even crack 1 million. It's down at the very bottom.
You know, CNN, you can't even account for how many views they have because they're just playing in the background at like every airport.
Yeah, that's
So,
airport
does that
views.
count?
Yeah. Doesn't count.
Let's see. Let's bring up. Oh, Nina, you sent this link right here. What is this a message of? Oh, this is his. Is this? Oh, it's him and Dave Smith talking about. Okay, so this was from a recent episode of Joe Rogan. Dave Smith was on, which answers our question from before of who Dave Smith is.
I guess I do know who he is because I know this guy.
I believe he's going to run as a libertarian candidate for president in 2024.
He's a comedian.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Joe Rogan and comic Dave Smith destroy fake news, CNN, and Brian Stelter. My favorite thing to make fun of.
Exactly, really the essence of why you're so big and the essence of why the corporate press hates you so much is that you have this connection with your audience where they know it's not like your audience thinks you're right about everything. They know you're not lying to them. And that's a really important distinction.
And that's
It's not
all you
necessarily-
need.
like,
That's
you
like
might
the
be
bare
wrong
minimum.
about some stuff.
Yep.
You often will admit, it's like, I got this wrong or whatever.
For
You'll
sure.
correct yourself in real time. But they know you're not lying to them. And people can smell that, like on an instinctual level. You watch CNN and you know they're lying to you.
What do you
They're
think
not even
Dave Smith
attempting to
smells
have an
like?
honest conversation.
I bet he
This
smells
is a
like
Russell Brand dude.
Axe body spray.
freedom and axe.
Oh, have I seen it? I've seen it. I've
I
climaxed
don't know.
to
He's
it.
a Old
It's the
Spice kind of
greatest
guy. I
thing
feel like
ever.
he's an
It's the
axe
perfect
kind of guy.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fake.
Dude, did you see that thing? I can't even remember if this was the segment he was doing, but there was this one. You talk about like having some self-reflection, some introspection. There's this segment where Brian Stelter is literally on air complaining about how people trust you and don't trust the media. And he's like, but Joe Rogan just gets up there and wings it.
That's
and
what
he's got this huge audience and everyone trusts him. And then we have journalists and newsrooms and fact checkers and they don't trust us. And you're like, dude, can you are really going to talk about this and not have an ounce of self-reflection and go, hey, why is that? Why is it that people don't trust CNN? Why is it that you can't go to half?
Because I'm bald. Well, Rogan is bald. Damn it.
CNN sucks. Why is
But they
that?
know why
Well,
we
a
don't
New York
trust
Times
them.
reporter
They know.
actually wrote about this.
Yeah, they know they
and
lie.
he said, instead
They
of
make up the lie.
demonizing Rogan, let's find out why people trust him.
Isn't that so
and people
obvious?
started
Like,
attacking him.
Yeah.
Why do they trust him over us? And people are like, fuck you.
I have a
Play this. Play
okay.
this.
Have you guys seen this already?
I've seen this.
Oh
yeah.
Just wing it. Who make it up
Yeah.
as they go along. And because figures like Rogan are trusted by people that don't trust real newsrooms.
They're like, why don't people trust me? They trust Rogan, but I'm perfectly trustworthy. Look how loose my tie knot is. He took horse maggot medicine the other day. Now tell me, sir, and don't tell me anything other than this. Should there be a war? Yes, there should be a war. Interview's done. I'd like to see you do that, Joe Rogan.
Which sounds great, but not all.
Oh my
Not all
God.
opinions are created equal.
He's so
Like,
mad.
yours are?
They're all
But
big
that-
Look,
men.
they have
He
a
is right.
fully vaccinated chart. What is that chart?
If you guys,
What's that thing to the right?
Oh my God.
my favorite guy that takes apart Brian Stelter on the regular is Mark Dice. Do you guys watch him?
Ah, yes.
He just
No.
like edits out the
So great.
sound and then he says everything. He just tapes over it with it and he impersonates Stelter's voice, but he does it high pitched. He doesn't change any of the words, and it makes it so much more entertaining.
It's hilarious. Did you see his bit that he did, Keri, where he was like walking around like the old school Jay Leno, like jaywalking the streets thing? And he was like asking people to like help Joe Rogan stop killing the Triceratops.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that was
God,
funny.
That was so good.
And like the fact that they were staring like right at the shirt that had the dinosaur on it as they were saying, yeah, he sucks for killing those animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't catch on.
We need to stop him at all costs.
I want to share one of sometimes we get interesting simp messages. Here is a simp message. Just so you regular fans out there know, like to be a regular fan and a regular simp is A-okay because there are people out there who are a little unwell, maybe. Here is one of Brittany Venti's fans. I would kill 1,000 Gropers if I could just oil up your perfect body. Not just those huge milky tits, but that perfect lewd stomach. I would level those chuds just to show you bliss for 2 hours.
And I love how it's by normal guy. Normal underscore guy 001.
He
Checks
likes to
out.
tell him that.
Look at that picture. It's like a little minion.
My friend Elsa Jean, adult film star, said that, and I was like, "Oh, aren't you wary of the guys that don't have their pictures in their avatars, or they're like, you know, it's like a blank circle, or it's like a cartoon?" She's like, "No, sometimes those guys are the richest or the most famous, or they're like because they're hiding their identity, or maybe they're like, you know, not necessarily married, but like she said, typically like rich and famous dudes hide their identity, or they could just be like the total opposite of that." And have like 50 cents to their name and I don't know, no spine to put their real photo up. Wow, you guys are not impressed with the simp message. Okay.
I think it's just so cringe that like there isn't much to say. Like it just writes itself basically.
Yeah.
It speaks for itself.
Highly disturbing.
I like this one. I was like, Keri Smith, you need to comb your messages, all of your DMs, and send us the raunchiest, the nastiest, the most out of line simp message you can find. And she found one, and actually, it was from all people from her husband.
Aww.
That's a simp message.
And I said, "This is the best you can do, Keri. Get back in those DMs."
I told him I was going to be on this show tonight, and he told me to tell Chrissy he was going to stand behind me with his arms crossed, so no simping would happen.
Oh, stand there harumping.
I love you, sweet baby. I love you, Keri.
I'm gonna deprogram that dick later.
Stop.
Keri, put on your boots and cowboy hat so I can bang you over the cow in our yard because we live in Texas. That's what I'm imagining.
I'll tell you something super sweet and cheesy,
Intimate?
but I just really love his aesthetic. Like he's a total Texas cowboy, and he'll wear like a hat, you know, and it's got the beat and everything, and it just makes me feel like a lady. Like, oh, fiddly dee, like you feel like so feminine. Like
you're like on Amazon. You're like, order handkerchiefs for me to drop.
Yes.
I got a couple like OnlyFans requests. I was just checking my Instagram messages, and somebody told me that they were watching my podcasts and they're concerned for my health because my eyes tells them that I have kidney problems and I should check that out.
What? Based on what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Free medical
That's pretty
advice on the
crazy.
internet.
Some
I
people
want
think
some
that-
medical simps.
Yeah.
I need a medical simp. I was just talking about this the other day. I was like, I hope I can have a fan who one day like watches me so closely that they go, Chrissie, you're starting to get a lump on your neck. Check it out. You know, like they know. Like somebody knew when I moved a stuffed animal. Someone's like, where's the pink llama? Bring it back. I was like,
he says
I was like, I'm
like
trying to rotate my stuffed animals.
Do you all have OnlyFans?
no.
I know.
I have
I
a
don't think
joke
any of us
one.
do.
Just Nina?
I don't
No,
have
none
any.
of us
I've
do.
been getting
Oh.
requests to
Oh,
get
you're getting
one.
requests to get it.
Yeah, but no, I don't. Yeah, the guy says I've been watching you closely in your podcast, and your eyes tell me you have kidney problems / water retention problems with water retention. Maybe you want to check that out. Don't ignore kidney problems. I'm like,
Anything to get your
what?
attention. They're just trying to get your attention.
Okay.
Did it get in your head at all? Did you start Googling and web?
No, I
DMing?
just saw it because you were telling that you asked Keri to skim her.
Oh
like,
yeah, her messages.
DMs. Yeah. So I was like just skimming the DMs a little bit just to see what it was.
He's trying to hex you.
I know,
I don't
right?
like
That's
that.
the evil
Yeah.
eye.
We would sometimes get people on Unsafe Space who would just like analyze the artwork behind us and stuff. That kind of, you know, overthinking it. What does it
gets
mean?
Out of control.
Yeah.
That
Like,
fly
one time on
behind
my
the
desk,
wall.
People went crazy.
Yeah, zooming in on the fly.
I see. What the hell is that behind you, Keri? Is that an arm?
It's her chair.
It's a watercolor of
Oh.
a woman in the water. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a little disturbing. That's,
yeah, it's a little weird.
art. That's art in your house, Keri?
The fuck,
That's
Keri?
funny. I brought back some holy water for Nina and for
Oh,
that
thank
painting. Here you
you.
go.
Spray it.
Oh, I feel
Spray
it.
it. There we go.
It actually is holy
Aim
water.
it at my cooch. Aim it at my cooch.
Aim it at my eyes, because apparently my eyes are the.
Heal. You are healed. You are
Oh, good.
healed.
I feel better already.
Thank you, Brittany.
A woman.
I appreciate that.
So I found this Mark Dice Brian Stelter impression.
Oh, good.
Oh, Keri recommended this. Okay, here we go.
Lack of judgment, but I find it befuddling. All right, that's where we start. That's how I'm feeling. I'd love to know how you're feeling. You know, this is such heavy subject matter. I just want to say on a lighter note, Mark, I love your kitchen. It's giving me. I gotta find something positive to say because the news is so dire.
Well, thank you. It's everyone these days news from their kitchen with all the social distancing. But I am getting fat though because just 6 feet from me is a bunch of food, and I just bought one of those supersized containers of peanut butter filled pretzels from Costco.
Oh
The one benefit of working from home. All right, thank you, everybody. Happy Sunday to all of you. There's this new social media app called Parler getting a lot of attention because saying they're leaving Twitter and Facebook, going off to Parler because they believe Parler's a safer
Someone
space
looks
for
mad
them.
already.
What we're seeing is even more of a
Why is
bunker
she so
mentality
concerned?
in right-wing
Yeah,
media.
she's got her
And
concerned
ultimately,
face all
that's
ready to
not
go.
good for the country.
No, it's not good. It's a threat to democracy.
Oh my
Ooh.
God! Are they
Everything is
really
a
still saying it? Are they really? Wow!
Yeah.
That phrase isn't played out enough for them. Like they don't realize how that cartoonish that makes them sound.
They're saying that about Canada right now with the whole trucker convoy, like how that whole thing is a threat to democracy and it's our January 6th and the whole
Oh my
thing.
God. You know, running out of fucking beer is somebody's January 6th, you know?
A diet of lies, essentially.
I don't think CNN is, or any other channel right now.
Is this a straight lip read, or is he finagling it a little?
Our journalists trying to stand
He does
up
straight
for
lip
truth
reads.
and decency.
And it's like the only way to watch
President Trump
Brian
did his final
Stelter.
speech.
Now I can't watch him without hearing Mark Dice do this voice.
Oh my God, that's pretty funny. Shout out to Mark Dice. Good stuff.
So
Good
somebody
stuff.
started doing this on Twitter, and I highly recommend it, is to take away, see what they're angry about, the legacy media. They're angry about the fact that nobody trusts them anymore because they're not trustworthy and they don't have the prestige they think they're entitled to. And so somebody started the trend of calling him a content creator, Brian Stelter's CNN's content creator.
I think it might have been Tim Pool, actually.
I think that's hilarious, whoever started it. So whenever I talk about him now, I'm like, you know, CNN's #1 content creator, Brian Stelter, which I know he hates.
That's so good. Yeah, like literally CNN is Brian Stelter's OnlyFans, pretty much.
Wow,
Just
they think
tune
that
in.
they're so much better than everybody that being called a content creator is seen as a insult.
An insult, yeah.
Like that's triggering. What are you guys all doing for V-Day? Or are you like not about, like, are you over V-Day?
I celebrated today.
Oh, what did you do?
Did you see that fly in my room?
No, let's zoom in
There's
on
a
it.
fly? Zoom
I
in
think it was
on
like
it.
one of those stink
Oh, Louis
bugs.
Theroux.
I'll take a fly. Riss used to have a bat problem not that long ago. She had bats in her house.
Yeah, they're gone. Thank God.
Okay, good.
I
as far
caught
as
a
Valentine's Day
mosquito,
goes.
like literally drinking my cat's blood today.
Ew!
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, it was the
Like
biggest
straight
mosquito
from your
I've ever
cat?
seen. It was like this thing. I was like, holy shit, it's
'Cause
sitting on my cat.
You're in Mexico. A fucking mosquito could fly away with your cat.
I know, right? I was like, oh, it was the biggest mosquito I've ever seen. I was like,
Gross.
oh my God.
Did you just like slap it off?
I killed it and it was full of blood. I was like, you were drinking my
Ew.
cat's blood. You
Ew.
It was crazy.
Cat blood.
Somebody says, what's V-Day? I'm
Vagina
from the UK.
Day. Where you worship
Valentine's
vaginas on the
Day.
14th.
Flex, what did you do today for V-Day?
I ate a bunch of chocolate with the guy that I'm starting to talk to.
Oh, a new guy?
Yeah.
What happened to the other guy?
What other one?
I remember you were with the guy that you were after your boyfriend moved out.
Oh, I was with that guy for 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking to a new guy now.
I have a question. Okay, so I actually want your girl's opinion on this because I've heard very varying opinions. So, what's your opinion on if you just started like dating someone or talking to someone and spending Valentine's Day with them?
I think it's fun. What's
Yeah,
wrong?
I don't think there's
That's
anything
what
wrong
I
with
said,
it.
for
It's
real.
Not, it's not like
It's not that
Christmas.
intense.
It's not like spending
Yeah.
like, or like even New Year's. I think is no big deal. I think Christmas is the only thing that's like, oh, if it's something where you're gonna like meet their family right away, and there's obligation to like maybe. And that's the thing is like Valentine's Day doesn't mean necessarily like obligation to say like I love you or shell out for a gift. It's just like a fun like if you should spend Valentine's Day with somebody you're interested in like seeing naked. You know what I mean? Not a friend.
It's like you can be my Valentine and like be all cute and like you know,
Yeah.
like I
It's
don't
just
know.
someone to celebrate with.
Yeah.
And it's on a Monday this year, which is very low stakes.
Yeah.
It's not like Friday
Yeah.
or Saturday Valentine's Day.
That's true.
Yeah. So the guy that I'm talking to, I've only hung out with him like 5 times. So we were pretty new, but we like celebrated anyway.
Ooh, where'd you meet him?
I met him at a bar. It's the first time that I've ever like, met someone at a
Wow,
bar.
how retro.
Yeah, usually
that's
I
really
meet
retro.
people on apps nowadays, but this is like the first guy I actually met out.
Does he like your YouTube content?
He's supportive. Yeah.
Okay.
He's supportive.
That means he's like, I've seen one episode.
He watches them, yeah. But he's
Aw.
very neutral. He's leaning a little liberal, I think.
Is he a liberal? Is he a
Libel.
Libby? All right, you'll turn him, Riss. You'll turn him the right way.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We have the same birthday though. So it's really,
Oh, that's interesting.
isn't it
That's
bizarre?
cute.
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
March 29th.
So you're
He's
both
March
Aries?
29th.
Yeah, we're both Aries.
That's coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I could read your astrological compatibility if you want.
Brittany's all into
Okay.
that.
Aries and who?
Let me get my
What's
book.
the other one?
His is March 30th, and mine's March 29th. And we're both born in the morning. So I don't know about the
Oh,
house,
wow.
but
Yeah, pretty similar.
like we might have like the same house, or how I don't know how that works, but I know it's like based on the when you were born, what time of day.
And you guys are the same year too?
No, he's like 12
okay.
years, maybe 13 years older than me. I like older
That's
men.
gonna be really different then.
Yeah, Flex likes older.
I only date like a lot older than me.
Daddy issues.
Just
No, I'm kidding. Fucking around.
I don't know. I think I'm just like on that level of like.
Yeah, you're mature as fuck.
Yeah.
You have your shit
How do you
together.
feel about older guys though, in terms of, because I feel like every age group has their cons. Like with younger guys, they're mature, but they can learn. Guys your age, like depending what your age is, right? And then guys that are older, they'll be mature sometimes, not always, but then they'll be stuck in their ways. I feel like that's a big con. Do you ever notice that?
Yeah, depending on the guy and what his stance is in life and how far he's like, if he's already experienced having a child and getting married, then he's pretty much set with like what he's looking for. But if they haven't experienced all of those things yet, they tend to be a little bit more flexible, I've noticed.
Briss, did you know that Aries people are susceptible to harm from fire and sharp instruments? They're
What?
also prone
Whoa.
to accidents involving high speed and tend to get into violent and dangerous situations.
Checks out.
That's crazy.
Your special color is red.
Okay.
Your lucky day is Tuesday.
What's my special color?
What's your thing?
January 28th.
So you're Capricorn.
No, Aquarius.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what
You
I'm
just
saying.
had a birthday too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
I'm missing
birthday.
everyone's birthday.
Well, the color of amethyst for February is purple, so I know that could be an option. But when I think of Aquarius, I definitely think of like a teal, like a turquoise.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's my favorite color. Like this.
Aquarius.
same.
Aquarius. Electric blue, the clear color of the sky.
Makes sense.
That's literally my favorite color.
Do you know that Aquarius are ruled by large birds?
Is that what that
Large
says?
birds.
It says animals ruled by Aquarius, large birds.
Like an emu?
No, like an eagle.
What about a flightless bird?
Well, okay, yours is way classier than mine. I'll go with an eagle.
Because in mythology,
Aquarius is
it's
a
like
masculine sign. Makes
it
sense.
is a masculine sign. The thing is, the reason they say it's a bird, I don't know which one came first, but in Greek mythology, it was basically Zeus was fed by like a bird or something. I think his name was Prometheus, and like that's
Prometheus!
kind of
Prometheus! We met a guy named Prometheus was it at January 6th or like one of the before ones?
It's the guy. Anytime you go to the Capitol, he pops out of the bushes.
He
lives
lives
next to the Capitol.
I think he might be homeless.
He
but
pops
he's-
out of the bushes?
He has
Yeah,
a lot to
anytime
say
you go
about
to DC.
circumcision. He's very passionate, like anti-circumcision.
Yeah, he wears signs all over himself. Like,
Yeah,
wooden
he's
things
not.
strapped
He's
on
not
him.
really well. I don't think he's well.
Oh, my.
Aquarians are innovative, unconventional, and sometimes eccentric, and therefore are targets for attack for narrow-minded people.
True.
Aquarians also have a
It's always
tendency to
true.
get into unusual situations and take up with oddball individuals.
My husband's an oddball. For sure.
What's the name of the book that you're reading?
It's the only astrology book you'll ever need. And there's so much shit in here. It's like compatibility, each sign. It's like there's all this like numerology if you're Asian. Charts, it gets into chart stuff, ascendant, decent. It's like a lot.
That's a lot of info.
How to attract certain signs.
I literally
Ooh.
used to be so obsessed with astrology
Me
when I
too.
was in college. Like,
Clearly,
I
I'm
would-
not anymore.
No, I was so obsessed. If I would like meet a guy, the first thing I would ask him was like what his birthday was. If he told me if it was a sign I didn't like, I would just walk away. I wouldn't even entertain the conversation.
I'm starting to do that.
Wow.
I mean, I literally, at one point, I was so obsessed with Scorpios. I was like, I'm a Cancer. I need to be with a Scorpio. I have to have a Scorpio.
That's me.
Literally, and I was just on the hunt for a Scorpio. But I'm not with a Scorpio. I'm with a Virgo. And it's even better.
Yeah, and you do your pod with him. What are you guys doing for V-Day, or you're not gonna?
Well, today we went to a nursery, which was nice, and looked at plants. It's like my favorite thing to do. And we went on a nice little walk today. We were supposed to go ice skating. Eric wanted to take me ice skating, but I was kind of feeling like a homebody, and I just wanted to stay home, so we didn't go. We'll probably go this week. He's the best. He always, and then he made me breakfast in bed this morning, which was so sweet.
Was it just his dick in between, like an English muffin?
Yeah, exactly. It was so delicious. It was good. But it's sweet. It's our first Valentine's Day in Texas.
Ooh.
Right. Where do you live in Texas? I mean, you don't have to be, you can be vague, but I'm near
yourself.
Dallas. I'm in Dallas.
Okay, I'm near Austin.
So I've been having this like moment. I had this moment today where you guys ever just like sit and realize like, holy crap, I'm in a new setting. There's like new characters in my life. And it's just like, I'm in a new season.
Take it all in.
Kind of how I feel right now. I'm like still feeling like I'm transitioning and getting used to Texas living, but I like it. It's good.
I feel like it suits you more than LA. I mean, you were like evolving. Even if LA didn't turn into like such a shithole from the pandemic, like, I don't know. I feel like you were ready for a change.
Yeah, it's definitely a big change, but it's
I'm gonna be there on where did Sydney and Elijah's show tape? Is that Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I'm
also
gonna
in
be
Dallas,
there
yeah.
on Tuesday. So anyway, maybe we can meet. Yeah.
Oh my God.
What are you doing out here?
I'm gonna be on their show on Tuesday night.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
That's great.
I was like, I can't remember if
tune in.
Houston or Dallas.
That should have been the thing to promote.
Oh crap.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on that show on Tuesday night.
Everybody better tune in. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
That's awesome.
But cool, I'll get in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely. The studio is awesome. You're gonna have a great time.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And then like
I saw
have them
Chrissie
do a makeup and blow out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they do a blowout, but like they'll fucking make your hair
They
look
do that
slick.
stuff there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I need professional help. I'm one of those people I never learned how to do it because I had a terrible parent who made fun of me for trying to wear makeup. So like,
oh my God.
Really, when I was much older, like in my 30s, I had a friend who helped me once. And then actually when I got married, I had a really lovely friend show me some things. I'm like, I still feel like, I mean, I just don't know. So that'll be nice. I'll get there early.
I've learned there's Elizabeth and this other girl whose name I don't remember. They're so nice. And I learn something every time I'm there, like with what brushes. I started using makeup sponges because of them, like a wet makeup sponge, and then doing like concealer, your eye stuff, like game changer. And then like the kind of powder to use and like where to put it and like how to sort of like bronzer contour. Like, yeah, I got a lot of tips.
Art. There's a whole group of YouTubers who they just do that stuff, like makeup tutorials. And it's like watching a musician. It's something, it's a talent I don't have. It's really impressive.
It really is. Take your face and then like put things on it and make it look better.
Elizabeth, the makeup artist, and I have the same birthday. I found out last time.
No way.
Isn't that crazy?
So
it's
sweet.
like so random. We were just talking and I was like, when's your birthday? And she's like, July 14th. And I was like, mine too. I love when that happens. I love when I meet like my birthday twin.
That's exciting.
I've never met my birthday twin before.
Really?
You will. But you're probably not asking everybody what their birthday is.
That's also true.
Yeah. I have an Aquarius moon. I think that's why I have like a little bit of masculine energy to me.
Probably. That's why we get along so well.
Yeah. Nina, what are you doing for V-Day?
Nothing. Probably just like chilling and watching a movie or something. Eating chocolate.
Go out, get some Mexican D.
Get some. Get some for my husband.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
Is he Mexican?
No, he's not.
He is whatever I want him to be. Venti, are you doing anything? I could see you giving the middle finger to V-Day. I feel like you have a waiting list of simps to choose from.
She's getting married.
Oh, right. What are you and your husband doing on V-Day?
I don't know. Probably point and laugh at some simps. You know, the usual.
Okay. For any guys listening, who have girlfriends or whatever, don't let, I don't know. Don't feel pressured to like, honestly, I don't know. When you're new, you might feel pressured, but like, I don't know. My feeling is like, don't feel pressured to do anything on V-Day because they fucking jack everything up. You're going to pay double for like a meal at a regular restaurant that you normally go to. And like, I don't know, wait. I know it seems like a weird, cheap thing to do, but I'm going to go on Tuesday to the supermarket and clean up all the bouquets that aren't sold. I'm going to just buy a bunch. They're all going to be
half
at least
price,
half off.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Load up on all the chocolate.
Don't feel like, oh, I don't love or like this person unless I like just drop a couple hundos on them. Because it's like they're trying to get your money, man. They're trying to.
Chrissy, that's a really good idea, though. I'm gonna also go do that. I'm gonna go to the market and get some discount flowers.
Why not? It's just a day later. It's the same V-Day flower vibe. It's just like
get the strawberry cupcakes and donuts.
Yeah. Oh man, chocolate covered strawberries. That's my jam.
Oh, me
So
too,
I made
Chrissy.
some of those last night. That's what I'm doing for V-Day tomorrow. My husband's been out of town. He's getting back tomorrow, and I made chocolate covered strawberries. I'm excited.
That's so fancy. I think I ordered
It's so easy to make them. That every time I make them, I'm like, why don't I do this more often?
Well, how do
It's
you
not
make
that
the
hard.
chocolate?
You just get. I don't have a double boiler.
You get morsels?
Chrissy.
I just get the morsels and put them in a metal bowl and put that bowl in boiling water, and they just melt in the metal bowl.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh.
Any kind of chocolate?
Yeah, I like dark chocolate, but yeah, just get
Ooh.
the.
I like white. Classic. What were you saying, Riss?
Someone said in the chat, Chrissy, we're simple. We just want to get laid. No price is too much, or something like that.
Oh, was that a man?
I think so. Yeah.
Can't assume genders anymore.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, I'll be happy with
Cat
a
nerd.
simple blowjob. You
Cat
know.
nerd with the K.
Aw. There's somebody I know in there,
You want
Lutra.
to achieve the goal.
Lutra says, "What are women? I haven't seen one in years."
That's true. We're
Aw.
rare. I really want to make chocolate. That's what I want to do now. I want to do that tomorrow. Do I have time? Maybe. No, I don't. Okay, I have no time. I have 2 shows and then my 3rd show. Damn it. I want to make chocolate covered strawberries.
Have your fella do it.
He has work.
Oh.
Everyone works.
Just do it the next day.
Fucking donut. Yeah, I'll do it on the 15th. I'll do it on
Yeah, get them at
discount
the grocery
flower day.
store when they're on discount.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm gonna do.
Discount
I want to
chocolate.
do
Melt down the discount chocolate balls.
Ooh.
Just don't get discount strawberries. They're gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't, or you can get organic ones that go bad in 6 hours.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go some soups. Young Pei. I know the Kevin Hart joke was already a few minutes ago, but I wonder if he had anything to say in response to Peter Dinklage's ladder kicking. Probably not, because I feel like Kevin Hart has learned his lesson on saying anything that might
Rocking the
possibly
boat.
get him in trouble.
Yeah.
Renal Ryan. The Odyssey, the Iliad, Beowulf, all fall short of the magnificence of what we just heard. Permission to record this reading and put it on Spotify. I think it's already going on Spotify. Torgo the White, simple on number 1. If your simp poem is longer than a haiku, you are officially a stalker. Creepy Meter is reading 100 mega stalkers right now. Oh, Connor means well until he kills me. Russell Hall's evil twin. Evening, ladies. Happy National Anal for Flowers Day.
Wow.
I mean, it'd have to be really nice flowers if you were going to make that trade.
Is that why you gave me flowers yesterday, Lila?
Haha.
Hello.
Bend over. Daniel Caven. Nick is a male Zoomer version of Ann Coulter. Did you say that's true, Brittany?
No. Ann Coulter has credentials
and a career, and she's written like 10 books. Worst Valentine's gift you've ever received? Oh, fuck. I know
That's
this.
a good question.
From an ex-boyfriend, Brian Lemster. I'll just say that's his name because that's his name. And He gave me a stuffed koala for Valentine's Day because one time I said that he looks like a koala. And I was like, I'm just like searching its little neck for a necklace. I'm like searching its stomach. Like maybe the stomach opens up. Maybe there's something inside that I would like. And it was just straight up koala. And I was like, I don't know. You know what? It's like, it was annoying. It's like this dude had already like cheated on me once. I'm like, you got to do better than a stuffed animal.
Yeah, that's self-absorbed in my opinion.
Yeah.
One time, mine's not really not that interesting, but he basically wasn't going to do anything, and I was like, "You're not going to take me out to a restaurant?" He was like, "Oh," and then he like took me out to like a nice Italian restaurant. Some men, they have the audacity.
You had to remind
They got to
him.
be pushed.
Yeah. But it's like, but if you have to tell them, it's like
I know, I hate that. It's like
I
I don't.
hate that.
You don't want to have to remind them. I'd rather just not say anything and be like, I'll just wait and see what you have to offer. I'm not going to remind you to give a shit if you don't naturally give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was like years ago in like grade 8 or grade 9. I was like one of my first boyfriends.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
good for
And
you.
he was like, he gave me this bracelet, but I found out through my best friend that it was a bracelet he had bought for another girl that he had dumped. So I was like,
Darn it.
no.
All right,
Let's see that bracelet.
I don't have
holy
it. I
water.
don't have it anymore. It's a long time ago.
You were like into the ocean.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, fuck this. I was
How
very
did you
pissed off.
know? Did you compare? How did you find out that it was that?
I
Was the
found out
bracelet?
through like my best friend was also his friend, and then they had gone shopping together like in the mall, and so she was with him when they had bought it for another girl, and he was like,
pretty.
she was like, oh my God.
At least.
Yeah, it was a decent bracelet, yeah, but it was for someone else though, so I was like, fuck you, I don't want this.
I have a similar for someone else story that's kind of funny. I was on an airplane once. This was when I was like 22, and this like football team came on the plane, and it's a Southwest flight, so you could like sit wherever you wanted to. And this really cute guy was like, sit next to me on the flight. So we ended up like sitting next together the whole flight back to San Jose. And when he got off the flight, he gave me a bracelet because he was like, I want you to remember me. And it was this like, really pretty bracelet, but I was like, he definitely bought this for somebody else, but then met me on the flight and gave me the damn bracelet.
I don't like that.
I took the bracelet though. I remember it was like, it was pink, and it was like one of those like weaving, like it was like woven. And then it had this sparkly cross on it. I remember the necklace. And I remember calling my best friend afterwards. I'm like, this guy just gave me this bracelet, and I'm pretty sure it was for somebody else, but I took it. It was a nice flight.
Wow, that's kind of cute and random.
Yeah.
It was cute and random.
Keri.
I'm trying to think if I should tell. Okay. I was dating this guy for a while after my divorce, and I should not have been with this person, but I hated myself. And
that's like most of my relationships. Except for this one.
I didn't realize it till later. You hate yourself and you think this is all that I deserve until you don't, until you get better. And then you're like, why have I been doing this? But anyway, he was a serial philanderer, among other things, and a narcissist, but not like a mean, like he's not like trying to hurt people. He just doesn't notice that he hurts. He doesn't care, but he's not going after. He's not a sadist, put it that way. And so he used to always do these kind of narcissistic things. Like my favorite flower was a daisy, but his favorite flower was rose. So he'd always give me roses. And it's a little thing, but it's like, this is my favorite flower.
Favorite.
I'm giving it to you, right?
What man's favorite? First of all, what man has a favorite flower? Second of all, what a rose is like the fucking gayest flower. That's like the most classic, basic bitch flower.
Was it red too?
It was red. He loved red roses.
Oh God!
And he also used to take me on my birthday. Would take me to see his favorite band that I didn't really like.
Oh my God! What band was it?
I know. I don't want to say
sounds
it's
like
not their
Homer
fault.
Simpson.
He was
like
very
Monkeys.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, after I finally broke up with this guy and time had passed, he used to text me. Like he would get drunk and I would get these texts in the middle of the night and then see them the next morning. And so like the week of my wedding, I get a text like that in the middle of the night. I see it the next day. It's like, hey, I found this picture of you. It's a really great picture. Do you have that picture of me where we went to the gun range? Could you send me that picture of me with a gun? And I'm like,
do you want it for his dating profile?
Yes, of course. And I was like, hey, I'm sorry. Like I deleted all the pictures of us, but there's a gun range called Shady Oaks you can go to if you want to get in some range, because he's never ever been there except the one time.
Or just go and
you
pose, you know.
Right. And so he got so angry, and and he wrote me this angry thing, and I'm like, okay, look, it's really not healthy for you and me, for you to be texting me. I'm about to get married. Like, just, I wish you the best. And so I didn't hear anything, thankfully, for many months. And then this past month, I get a message out of the blue again. And it's like, hey, I just wanted you to know I'm getting married this week.
In your face, Keri.
And he goes, my cupboard's pretty bare. I heard you're moving. Could you maybe give me some dishes if you...
Oh my God.
What? And then,
then
long story short, he had asked me to marry him, and I kept saying no back when we were together until the third time I said yes. But then I was having like nightmares about it. He was gonna he started wearing his wedding ring from his first marriage. It's a claddagh ring. He was wearing that. But he didn't get me a ring, so I bought my own claddagh ring, right? Okay, this is the end of the story.
Are you even Irish?
Keri.
Way back, but so I gave him, when I broke up with this dude, I gave him that claddagh ring that I had bought for myself. I gave it to him, right? I was like, take this crap, get out of my house, right? Guess what his new wife's wedding ring is?
Your ring?
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's on the Instagram. I know.
Does she know that? No. I guess if she's listening to this, she's not
gonna
know.
listen.
Holy shit, Keri.
That's the fucking best story ever.
You're lucky you got out.
Yeah, man. You dodged a bullet there.
What a fucking narcissist. Oh my God.
I didn't reply to that message the week up, but I was really like, oh my God. I just ignored it. But I was saying like, hey, I gave some dishes to Goodwill. Like they're having a good deal. Like, why are you writing me for dishes?
Like a cheap bastard. Wow. Yeah. And imagine this, because what are the odds this girl and you have the same ring size? So he probably gave it to her. She's probably like, oh, okay, thanks. She has to get it resized. She has to get it either like embiggened or what if it tightens? That's a Calvin and Hobbes word. But like, right? What are the odds it's the same size and she's got to resize it? Oh God.
That's so bad. Oh my
creepy,
God.
Right? And what if you're just walking around like not even knowing? He was also like, when I found him cheating, he was also the type who would buy like the same gift for you and the girl he was cheating with.
Oh my
and
God.
You're like, okay.
Oh. And you're like, was I the buy one or was I the get one free? Huh? What is it? Holy fuck.
Wow.
Oh my God. Wait,
guys, don't be like that.
Anna's not here. I guess she's a life.
I want to hear about her V-Day stories. I'm sure she has a good one.
Shoot. Yeah, Nina, did you tell your story yet?
Yeah, I told my story. So I'm gonna
Graham
out. I gotta get out of here.
Get out of here.
My husband is like, come hang out with me and let's watch Reacher because he's been waiting. So I'm gonna go, everybody. I love you guys. It's good, Keri. You should watch it, you guys. Actually, all of you watch Reacher because he's
Reacher.
He's so hot. He's extremely hot. You guys will enjoy it. It's about this really big, giant army dude that's going around fucking kicking ass and taking names. It's
more like Reacher around.
There's a lot of shirtless scenes, and it's freaking amazing.
Okay.
So yeah, I highly recommend it to all you ladies. Flex, it was really nice to meet you. Very, very nice to meet you. I'm really interested. Oh, Chrissie introduces me to the
sorry I didn't let you guys talk very
people.
much or connect. I should have.
No,
You know
it's
what?
all good, but we would
Here.
vibe very
Why don't
well
you-
because
there you go. Now you're
we would vibe very well because I'm also very politically like, like motherfuckers, like we need to take our freedoms back. So I'm very much involved on Twitter for like the Canadian convoy stuff. So definitely like, check me out on Twitter and let's connect because I would love to talk to you. I just checked out your channel. I subscribed because we need more women speaking their minds and just fucking doing what
Fucking
Reacher does, kicking ass and taking names, but
Taking our shirts off.
yeah, without taking the shirts off. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, everybody, thank you so much, Chrissy. It's always a pleasure.
I love you.
Brittany, Keri,
Nina,
everybody.
have a
I
good
love you
night
guys.
with your man.
Night, Nina.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Good
Night.
night.
Yeah. Have fun with your man who loves you, who wants you to leave a thing early so he can hang out with you.
Right?
Wow. That's true love.
I like how I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking that. Like, I'm glad you actually vocalized it because I wasn't going to.
What?
Like, lucky he wants to spend time
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah. I'm salty. No, she's great. I love Nina. And she was like, a last minute. I'm always like,
Yeah, Nina's
come
great.
over. Wait, did everybody tell their Riss? Did you tell your worst V-Day gift story?
No. So, my ex, the one that I dated for 5 years,
The one who lived with you.
yeah. So the Valentine's Day gift that he got me, which I thought wasn't, that cute. It's like those things that you get advertisements for on Instagram. It's those big teddy bears that are made out of flowers. There's red flowers. You get them out of that clear
yeah.
container. Except when you get it, it's so cheaply made, and like the flowers fall off of it, and it's made out of like that foam paper that you used to like, cut out shapes when you were like, in school, that foam paper. It's just very cheaply made and it doesn't look cute in person. It's just like, anyway, that was a Valentine's Day gift that he got me that I like really thought was annoying, but I'm having this ongoing issue with him where we've been broken up for like a year and a half now. And he like sends me gifts every week.
Every week?
Like, yeah, it's like a real problem. And like, what do you do about it? I tell him to stop. I tell him to stop and he's just like, it makes me feel good. But like, I'm telling you, like, it really bothers me that you like keep sending me gifts. He'll just send me, cookies, like flowers, t-shirts from like, like merch, like gyms and stuff. There's places that people that he follows online. And it's out of hand and like it's harassment.
Tell him that you moved and then give him my address.
He's a cop.
Chrissy will take the
then
gifts.
I can have gifts.
That's creepy. If he's a cop.
It's excessive. Everything he does, it's way too much. I don't know how to stop it. Like, you can't call 911. Hey, tell this guy to stop sending me gifts.
You guys were together for 5 years, and you've
Yeah.
been broken up for a year and a half, and he's been sending gifts for that long.
He's so sad.
Is he
Wow.
trying to get back together with you actively? Is that his like way of doing that?
I
Is that
don't
what he
know.
wants?
I don't know, but like every time he does it, I scream at him. And I'm like, stop, and he doesn't get it. Like, he doesn't process that. Like, it's something I don't want.
What if you didn't acknowledge them at all?
He just drops them on the floor and walks
What
away.
if you let them pile up?
I could, but it's like
What
at,
does the chat
after
think
some
we
point I have to empty my mailbox to get
What
other
should Riss
mail.
do? What should Riss do about this over gifter?
Did you break up with him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
It's his way of he's like trying to win you back with gifts. that
Yeah.
You don't want, and it's almost like it's
But he's-
backfiring because it's like the more gifts he gives you, it's
so
like it's like
disrespectful.
making you even more not
It's
want
so
to get
should okay. I have a
back
solution.
with him.
I have a solution. So when what kind of gifts does he give you so far? Like, give a few.
If he goes to like a local bakery or something, he'll pick up desserts. He'll give me a gift card to like a local pizza place.
Okay. So here's what you do. You give the gifts to your boyfriend or whoever you're dating right now, and then you take a photo of it and send it to him.
So
That's a
do
good
what
idea.
Keri Rex did.
Yeah.
I think that might
That's a good
escalate.
one.
Really?
think?
Like,
'cause
take
what
a
if
photo
this
of him eating the cookies, like a video even.
Are you guys
Okay.
trying to be like friends still?
I get nervous because I think he has like mental issues and I don't want him to like hurt himself or something. So it's like a delicate situation that like I had to really play along until I had to evict him from my house.
Why
I
don't
lived
you?
for, like 7 months and he wouldn't leave. And then I finally had to evict him to the point where like a sheriff will drag him out of my house if he doesn't leave.
Why don't
Okay.
you is there a way you could this might be an annoying thing for you, but what if you donated the gifts to like a is there like a homeless shelter near you or like an old folks home or something? Like if it's cookies or like
I could do that, but now it's just like this.
Now it's like another task
big
for you to
issue
do.
in my life.
Yeah.
It's still,
damn,
I
and
have
he's
a
a cop.
suggestion. This is the advice people have given me about a stalker that I have, and it's hard to take sometimes. But you've heard of this gray rock thing. It's where you don't respond at all. It's where you don't engage or acknowledge at all.
For narcissists.
And it's really hard to do.
I've blocked his number. And he still just drops things off at my house.
In pen things, change address, change personal info, ignore.
I could, but
read Gift of Fear by Gavin DeBaker. He's one of the top security pros in the country. That's basically what he suggests.
Gavin D. Baker?
Gavin, yeah, it's called, I've heard of this book. It's called The Gift of Fear by Gavin DeBaker.
I'll look into it. But like my place of residency is public record, and like he will be able to see that even if I move. I was thinking about like moving, but he'll be able to look it up in his systems.
Daniel says, tell his commanding officer he needs to stop. Ooh. Right, and what if you get a new boyfriend? What if he comes after the new boo?
Yeah, I said that. I was like, I'll call your like work if you don't stop.
When you broke up with him, like it took you, so it was like a 7-month-long process of a breakup then to get
Sort
him
of like
out.
a year, even maybe even more. It was like a really long time, but we were just comfortable with each other. I was actually like dating while he was still living in the house. Like I would just go out on dates to try to get it through his head. Like I was over it and he needed to get out and he wouldn't. So like I would just, all right, I'm going on a date. Bye.
Did you guys talk about marriage ever?
Oh, he asked me to marry him twice. He bought a ring. I said no every time.
And then you said you also have, I'm sure you've said like stop with the gifts, and then he just keeps doing it.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's trying to do like a notebook situation.
It's like he knows that like if it doesn't win me over, then it'll bother me. And at least like
and it's also it's like he's taking up space that another guy would sort of inhabit too. It's like if he's the person that's sending you gifts every week, another guy is gonna be like, who the fuck is this person? Clearly you're still involved if you have someone sending you weekly gifts.
Yeah,
you know,
like-
so he's doing that to kind of troll whoever's next. and
Yeah,
fuck
with
them.
the first guy that I dated after him, he like I guess he drives by my house every once in a while and sees a car in my driveway, and he like came up to the front door and knocked and like to talk. It was like at 10:30 at night, and
Ugh.
I had a boyfriend over. I was like, "What?"
Oh my god. Did you answer the door?
Yeah, I was like, "Please leave. What are you doing?"
And then he left.
Yeah, he's psychotic.
Oh no.
Really psychotic. I called his mom and we had like a long conversation about it, and she was explaining to me that he just has these attachment issues. He's had them with other people.
You're like, bitch, this is your fault.
I was like, you need to like get back in his life because he doesn't have a good relationship with his parents. And
That's why he's so clingy, because he's
don't know.
afraid of being abandoned.
he did it with his sister too. I hate to get into like detail, but at this point, he's really disrespecting me. So like, I don't feel bad like airing out his laundry, but
It's your laundry too. It's your life.
yeah.
What the
Like,
fuck?
Yeah, when it was time for, I feel so bad saying this. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, it's okay.
When it was time for his sister to move out of the house because she was getting married, he got so mad that he didn't go to her wedding.
What?
Yeah.
How old was she when she moved out, and how old was he?
I don't know. He was probably in his 20s or something.
Oh man.
But I think he has Asperger's of some sort. Like he's like low on the spectrum, like high functioning. Because like those types of, this is really weird. It doesn't make sense why he would be so attached like that, not happy for her. He just says like, this hurts me, so therefore I'm mad at you because you made me feel bad. It's like a narcissistic type of.
Forever Lost thinks he needs good male friends to help him get
Yes.
through this. Yeah, because this
Yeah,
is not your thing to help him get through.
with people with Asperger's, they push everybody out of their life and they attach to one person, and that's what he did with me, and he's having a hard time breaking away from it. So like he needs to regain his friends, and like, you know, it's just taking a really long time. I tried the therapy.
I wonder if you did let the gifts accumulate, so then it's like a visual reminder of like, it's like if he doesn't understand anything else, it goes, you're not taking them in. You are letting them stay outside. It's like a sign. It's like, I am not taking these in, because he doesn't see how you react. He drops them off and he gets to feel good. And like if you cut the circuit off, just don't open them, leave them or put them to the side. And then every time he brings a new one, he's like, oh, she's not taking them in anymore. And then you can't, are you not going to feel stupid at some point being like, oh, she's not accepting these anymore. So
yeah, I don't know. I just think like what are neighbors gonna think if I just have like a big pile of junk outside my house?
Just get a box that says free.
Okay.
Put the thing in the box and just put the box on, just keep the box on your lawn. And every day when he drops it off, just put the box into the free box. And then it's a grab bag. People can just take it, and maybe it's panties, maybe it's cookies, you know?
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. That's a good idea.
That way he knows, like, you're not even touching it. You're just like, it's going right to like the free. He sees that you're just giving it away. Like you're not even seeing what he's giving you. So
if it's food, I'm going to do the thing Brittany says and send him a video of my boyfriend eating it.
I just worry about like angering a person with
you're right.
A real attachment to you, because you don't want anything like, I don't know. I think I like Keri's advice, because that's when you do have somebody who's a little bit like, you have to be as boring as possible to let these people know that you're not gonna kind of yes and what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say maybe open it, see what's in it, and then immediately put it in the free, or you can just put it right in a free box, you know, if you just don't have the energy, you know, you might get it off your stoop.
Yeah. I'll make a free
There'll
box.
be someone else that he will attach to. I hate that for the next person, but the thing is,
that's what he's even said to me. He's like, I will never get over you until I find someone else that I can, like, you know, be attached to.
And if he stops getting anything from you, like any response, then he'll find someone else. Even the response of "don't give me gifts" is a response. If you just ignore them,
he's not even respecting your boundaries at all. He's respecting like zero.
Exactly.
I think he's probably like, it's kind of like that push-pull thing, where like the more you reject him, like the more he wants you.
Yeah.
And the more that he wants you, the less you want him, because the dynamics in the relationship have been so skewed. Like during that year and a half, if he would have just stopped talking to you completely, worked on himself, like if he actually wanted to get you back and like just ignored you for a year and a half and then was like, hey, look at all these changes I've made, and like now I'm this interesting guy, you would be more interested in it. But because of the fact that he's given you all these gifts and you've rejected him so much, it makes you it's kind of, you're not going to want a guy. Like there's no self-respect there. It's like, clearly I don't want
he doesn't have respect for himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
That's
very unattractive.
And that's making you even more unattracted to him. Whereas if he would just like completely ignore you and not talk to you for a year and a half, like maybe something could be rekindled. But the fact that he's like, just as you've gone on dates with other guys, had other boyfriends, it's like any chance of him getting with you is like totally out the window, because you can't respect him now, because you're like, dude, I treat you like shit, I don't accept your gifts, and you still want me.
You're basically acting like a man, you know?
Well, no, it's like, okay, I will tell you guys this. When I was 23, I was like really obsessed with this guy, and ironically his name was Eric. I was always in love with Eric. I'm with an Eric now, so it all worked out for me in the end. But I would literally like pray, like, oh my God, me and Eric, I want us to get together, whatever. But this guy wrote me this email, because I would like call him all the time, and I was like crazy obsessed with him. And the best thing he ever told me was in this email he wrote me. He was like, Lila, I treat you like shit. I don't respond to any of your calls, and you still reach out to me. And he was like, I'm a piece of shit and you like me, which makes me think you're fucking crazier than me. So why would I want to be with you? Like, I don't treat you well and you still go after me. It makes me like so unattracted to you. And honestly, him like writing that in the email was like the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because it really like woke something up in me. It's like, wow, when I'm like going after somebody that's like treating me like shit and they know they're treating me like shit, it's like, it doesn't make me seem more attractive. It's like we get the love that we think that we deserve.
Keri just muted her thing. That was a car? Was that a dog? What the fuck?
It's gone.
Listen, I have the solution.
Okay.
Yeah, give us the solution, Brittany.
Holy water.
Holy water. Do it.
Send him some.
People in the chat are saying that Riss is the crazy one, that she picks bad men. A lot of blaming Riss here, which for people who don't know her is quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the situation, right? Like we're hearing Riss's side of it, of course. Like we don't know the guy's side. I'm inclined, based on my experience, to believe her that guys really do have the audacity to do stuff like that. So can women, but you know, I only know the female perspective.
No, it's not normal, especially when you've like literally for a year and a half just not been interested and not want, and literally have told him, and you're dating other people, like actively dating other people. So it's yeah.
Riss, I remember when you were telling me that you were trying to break up with him for like at least 6 months, and you were like, he won't move out of the house. Like, I've broken up with him. He will not move out. And you actually had to send him like certified mail to your own house
to evict him.
To evict him. Like, it was really hard. So, I mean, consider it, you know, a huge step that you were able to get him out.
Yeah. I'm so glad that he's out of my house, but
God, I would say like
lingering.
Maybe befriend like a local cop of your like in your area, so you can tell him about in case he shows up and like kills you, they at least know who to look for, you know.
True.
Like I don't want that to happen, but I'm just thinking like, what would I do if I didn't, you know, because he's a cop, so it's like you might as well. This is a good, not a good V-Day combo. Look at Keri's dog.
This is my Valentine. Look at this.
Oh, he's camera shy. He's so camera shy.
He's like a little rat.
Oh no,
I like him.
Look at me.
I would kiss him.
So cute.
Yeah.
This is a baby. Hello. Oh my god. Hi. What's his name?
Tiger.
Hi, Tiger.
He's a little mutt from Kentucky.
So cute.
Mutt power.
Oh my god, mutt power.
So I think the chat does have one point though. I think that's something I've definitely learned very recently in the past year or so, is that although it's not your fault, so to speak, for if they treat you like shit, there is some sort of self-responsibility in how you choose the men and what you tolerate, right? And you have to ask yourself, what did you do for them to think that it was okay to do that? So that's something I reflect on a lot whenever guys treat me like shit. It's like, what did I do to make them think that it was okay to treat me like this, that I could be valued lower than what I am? So even though it's not your fault, there's still like always something you can work on to help prevent that situation and really think about the guys you pick. And I'm speaking from the point of view of someone who really knows how to pick them. All right.
Words of wisdom, though. That makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
There was someone in the chat earlier who gave you a super chat, Chrissy, who mentioned BPD and borderline, and said this guy sounds like he has borderline. If you guys haven't seen it, there's my favorite new podcast. I guess it's not that new anymore. It's been around now for like a year, but my friend Josh Slocum does a show called Disaffected. It airs on Sunday nights, and it's all about cluster B personality disorders, including borderline, and how it relates to crazy ideology as well, like social justice stuff. But anybody who's interested in that, he really goes deep into borderline, narcissistic personality disorder, like all of those things that used to be called like they used to be called character disorders. Nope. There's a cat outside.
Oh my god, Tiger's like, look at him, ears up. He's ready to fight. He's like, ah. Oh, you're muting his little barks. Oh, he's a good boy. He's trying to protect. He tried to protect. Nesquick, the way 911 was used to crack down on freedoms, January 6th is the same. That's why they have to pretend it's the worst crisis since 9/11. Yeah. Me and Riss know. We were there. We knew it was chill.
They were letting people in. They were opening the doors.
Yeah. We didn't have to jump over or kick over anything.
Yeah. We were talking to the employees.
Yeah.
Star Wars girl said in chat she just woke up. She's joining.
Oh. Yay. Bobby Bob. Keri. Oh, Keri's not here right now. All right. We'll do that one later. Push-ups. Should I reveal my SimpCast crush for Valentine's Day? Yes, you should, push-ups. I mean, you could have revealed it in that super chat, but who am I to tell you what to do? Young Pei Ching, Malice, you're more upset about Joe using a word that your colleague was arrested for, paying a mom so he could blank her 9-year-old daughter. Ooh.
Why are super chats always worded so weirdly? Like they're always so hard to read.
I don't know.
I feel like I lose brain cells. This is not how the English language is constructed. It's like a specific dialect to YouTube super chats.
For sure. Russell Hall. Would you rather trust CNN to tell you the truth or Brian Stelter to babysit your kids? Ugh, neither.
CNN, Trump's owning CNN now.
Wait, what?
Trump's largest supporter is the largest shareholder in Discovery, who's taking over CNN. So essentially, the largest shareholder of CNN now is a Trump supporter.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's all like transitioning over.
Wow. So they're just abandoning ship. Calhoun, big, bad, normal guy. Okay. Oh, right. He's making fun of the guy from before. Braden, Mauji, Brittany. When I read the Game of Thrones books, I pictured you as Mira Reed. Highly recommend the books. Pissy.
How does she look? Is it her character or how she looks?
Good question. Ellie Munoz. Chrissy, show me your pink llama. No, it's up in the basket. I can't get it right now. JS Pina. My bad. I thought X-Ray Girl was going to be on tonight. Oh, she was on last week. I'll get her on again, though. Young Pei. I'd love to see a Ryan Long sketch where Tim Pool dreams he wakes up, but he has a suit instead of a beanie, and he has to do Brian's job at CNN. Yeah, Tim loves Ryan Long. Waylon Todd just looked up Britney. She cool. Took the piss out of SJWs. Respected. A man respects you, Brittany.
I have a husband. Thank you.
Daniel, Steak and BJ Day, March 14th. Mark it on your calendar. That's the day before my album comes out. Woo! Keri, we have a question for you now that you're back from Bobby Bob. Keri, what's your take on everything's going to be all white? I'm happy to see so many non-white people calling it bullshit. Gives me hope.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's watch that for people who who haven't seen it, who aren't sure what this is about. Let me go to the private chat because we have it in here, and it's wild because Keri, you used to manage woke comics,
including one of the ones in this series.
Really? Okay, and I also know Margaret Cho.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
She's in
And
it.
I know I've done Sherrod Smalls. This is him right here. I've done his podcast. I would say we're acquaintances. We're not BFFs, so this was interesting. All right, let's watch it.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
Storming the Capitol! You're not patriots. You're ridiculous.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
What?
We are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for
I wish they would just reverse it here. Imagine them saying black people are their property.
Jesus was not white.
Think of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened like multiple times.
Token Indian.
Symbols and monuments. These are mementos of racism. Bring that statue down.
Then I don't know.
What about TCU
move.
yogurt or something?
everybody can get behind.
Not the lactose
The
intolerant.
truth has to be told about history.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
We have to make sure we control the narrative.
Yeah.
Systemic and institutionalized racism.
We want to make you guys feel bad. We don't care about equality.
Place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
Sassy black woman dehumanizes white people. What's new?
I appreciate that Amanda Seales used poorer grammar, like just specifically for this trailer. Like I know she speaks very clearly and very well, but she really liked to, for some reason, she dumbed herself down because maybe she thinks, I don't know, she's going to bond or be more, I don't know, relatable if she speaks poorly.
I feel like this whole race talk is just so boring now.
It is.
It's like, it's also this thing where it's like, oh, if you're a person of color, you can't be racist. It's only the white people who are racist. And if you're white, you're automatically racist. And it's like, the truth is everybody has moments. Everybody's said stuff, and it's just, I don't know. It's just so
it does
boring.
seem tired. I was shocked to see they're making another show. I'm like, how many shows about this are they going to make? They've done Dear White People. They've done like 3. This is maybe the 3rd or 4th show of this theme that I've seen them try to push.
Here's the good news. I think this shows that it's almost in its death throes because they're getting desperate. And they're doubling down and tripling down on this ideology. And if you look at the comments on stuff like this, they turn the comments off because the public is turning against this woke bullshit. And that trailer is racist. However, what this belief system is at its core, it's actually, it just uses race and racism. It's just it's Marxism mutated. It doesn't really believe the shit it says about race, because if it did, here's how you know they're lying. Look at the people of color they put in a show like that. Look at the people of color they'll talk to, and look at the ones they won't. It's not about race. It's about ideology. Right. Look at the white people they talk to, and look at the ones they won't talk to. If you speak the belief system, they'll interview you for a show like that, whether you're white or black or Asian. If you speak the belief system, that's all they care about, is pushing the belief system. If you don't speak it, they're not going to talk to you. They're going to call you an Uncle Tom if you're black. They're going to shame you. They're going to call you racist. If you're Joe Rogan, they're going to say, you're worse than 9/11. But it's not really about race. It's Marxism that's like using race in a weird
right, because
way.
you can't argue with racism. You can't argue with like, oh, you're a racist, and it's like it disarms you. It make it like it because they know the power of that. They know it renders the average person, just it makes them quiet and kind of harmless. Anything but that. Call me anything but that,
But it's bullshit. They don't even believe the stuff they say. When they say white people need to shut up and listen to black voices, they don't really mean that. They mean white people need to shut up unless they believe the ideology, then they can speak. And also white people need to shut up and listen to black voices who speak the ideology. Don't listen to any black voices who don't.
Don't listen to Eric July. Don't listen to Hotep Jesus. Yeah.
I think the problem is a lack of sense of humor too. I think these people all take themselves very seriously, and they take everything very seriously. And that's usually a symptom of somebody who does not have a good sense of humor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yet half of these people would consider themselves and are, I guess, comedians, do stand up, so
that's interesting.
Well,
Sherrod Small and Amanda Seales are both stand-ups.
Margaret Cho's in there.
Margaret Cho! How did you feel seeing Margaret Cho in there?
Of course she's in there. She's pandering to social justice. She doesn't even believe in this shit.
No? So she's like, I just need a paycheck. Like,
she's not a sincere, no. The thing is, it becomes culturally dominant. Okay, so you know how when Christianity was culturally dominant, and then you have all these hucksters and con artists who move it, and then you've got the mega churches and the people, and everybody's Christian when it's, holy rollers in the 80s or whatever, right? Okay, now the culturally popular religion is woke. And so you've got the true believers get there first. You got the true believers, and then after the true believers come
The
everyone
followers.
else.
Yeah, the people who don't want to
Yes.
get fired, the people who don't want to say the wrong thing,
Yes.
the people who are afraid of conflict.
You have to fit in with the Joneses, and in Hollywood, woke is king right now. Everyone in the entertainment industry, if you're not woke, you'll get called a racist, you'll get thrown out. So they're all speaking it. You got comedians doing woke shows now who never. Who's the guy from Australia? Oh my God, Chrissie.
Eddie Izzard?
No, I love Eddie Izzard. Who's the
Nick Swartzen?
Jim
Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries. That dude has a woke show. Like what? He doesn't. He's just
Hannah
speaking
Gadsby.
it. Oh, that's funny.
Anna's here. Maybe she's putting her makeup on.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
hi.
guys. I got a little animated about
I'm
that.
hearing a little bit of an echo.
It was great,
Oh,
Keri.
let me fix it. Is that
Yeah,
better?
Keri, everything you were saying was 100% fire and flames. So, yeah, I always appreciate your take on these things because you worked so deeply in that world for so long.
This is my first time meeting the Star
Anna,
Wars.
she's a person. She has a face. She's
Oh,
just
hi, yeah. Sorry, I'm a zombie. I just woke up and rolled out of bed and got on here.
no. All right. You know what? We're gonna watch the Lord of the Rings trailer because it just came out.
Oh no, I can't watch it yet. I gotta do a reaction.
You can't?
Let her put her makeup on first.
Or you could not watch it. I don't know. Or you want to do a reaction or you want to do your own reaction?
Yeah, I have to do my own reaction because I've been covering
okay.
all this Lord of the Rings news.
Do you want to? Because all right. So I
Yeah,
have
I'll
to-
pop out and pop back in like 5 minutes when you're done.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's saving herself. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Did you guys watch the OG Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay.
Surprisingly, yes. Because of an ex.
Shocked. I am shocked at how many white people were in this.
I didn't like it. Like not the white people, but like the trailer. I didn't really care for it. It didn't really like as somebody that's not into it, it didn't really give me any incentive to watch it. Like what should I be watching it for?
Yeah, I don't feel anything. Like I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just
Underwhelming.
flashes. Yeah, it's very underwhelming. And there was also all these teasers about or the at least the photos that were released is that this was going to be like a very equitable, very, mostly like, black dwarves, like all black cast or whatever. That there was gonna be more representation, and like judging by the trailer, it's like, okay, I think I saw like 2 people, so it's a little confusing. Is this something that you guys would see?
No.
I don't even have a TV in my house. I don't watch anything anymore. I don't even watch Netflix. You know what I was really into? I was really into Korean movies with subtitles.
Really?
Oh my God, so good. Korean movies have the best like storylines, and there's like no like Hollywood agenda. It's just like creative storytelling, and it's like, wow, this is a movie. This is like interesting.
Wow.
And there's like deeper meanings, and it's so good. I can't watch anything from Hollywood because I'm like, there's just some evil agenda, and they're just trying to prep me to like accept, you know,
something
this
gross
stuff that's
Next
coming.
gender.
So I don't have a TV, and I feel great. But do you guys watch Euphoria? I've been seeing that a lot on.
I heard about it on
Instagram.
TikTok.
Everybody seems to be obsessed with that show. But I'm very suspicious of these like shows that they're just pushing out on us, or these movies that they're pushing out on us, and they just want everybody to get obsessed with it, and then like, I don't know.
It's just funny as you talk about it. It sounds like North Korea propaganda. It sounds like America's now North Korea.
It is.
It does.
There is no freedom of speech here anymore. My YouTube channel, I can't even say the things I really want to say. I have to self-censor myself now.
Yeah.
Oh, go on Rockfin, Lila. That's
I'm
like,
on Rumble.
Oh yeah, Rumble. Yeah, it's all any one of those is good. Russell Hall, Zeus wasn't fed by Prometheus. He had a pair of giant eagles tear Prometheus's liver out each day for giving fire to man. Don't fork with Aquarius. Damn, that was intense.
Yeah, I was reading that when I saw that super chat come up, and I looked it up. There's different versions of the story, but also it seems like the theme was Prometheus loves humanity and therefore was giving like ideas, which is like giving fire, right? It gives us like ideas and the
Oh.
ability to do things, and that's why he's Aquarius.
Yeah.
He represents Aquarius.
Okay. Young Pei, very excited to see Keri on You Are Here. I guess he'll be watching. I'll be watching too.
Yay!
It's
Me
very
too.
exciting. Martin number 1. Brian Stelter is the reason Humpty Dumpty should have never been put back together again. F all the king's horses and all the king's men. Let's go, Brandon. That's true. He does look like Humpty Dumpty. I could see a meme happening there if it doesn't exist already. Young Pei Venti, should America do White Day like Japan does?
Yeah, I definitely think so. White Day is basically like they have 2 Valentine's Day. One is the guy gives the girl, and the other one's the girl gives the guy and stuff.
That I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. I would really appreciate to show some romanticism to a guy and like do stuff
Yeah.
for him, make him feel special. I would like that.
I guess that's what they call the steak and blowjob day, but I like the romance kind of idea. So here is what is White Day, Japan's version of Valentine's Day. Celebrated 1 month after Valentine's Day. The two go hand in hand, and it wouldn't make sense to celebrate one without the other. So what exactly is White Day? How did it come about? Every year on February 14th, the women and the girls give out chocolates to their friends, family, and their romantic interests. So for the sake of fairness, a new holiday was created. Oh, wow. It's literally like steak and blowjob day, except that's not really well known very, very well in this country. Valentine's chocolate, cookies, or other edibles are a popular choice. It depends on the recipient. Girls give token tomo choco or sweets to their girlfriends. Obligatory. Oh, so they have like friends giving. Obligatory chocolates known as giri choco to coworkers and acquaintances, and fancy honmei choco for that special someone. Homemade goodies are common. That's wow. White Day is March 14th. It's the boys' turn to give the chocolates to their female friends and colleagues. Wow. So Valentine's Day is for the girls and March 14th is for the guys.
Yeah. It's cute, isn't
That
it?
is cute. What are gifts? Chocolates, cookies, candies. For a
Brittany,
romantic partner, and a more expensive, elaborate gift is best, such as chocolates, jewelries, a cute scarf, especially if it's white to mark the day. Ooh, marshmallows. Marshmallow
When
day.
you first said we should do a White Day, I thought you were making a joke. I didn't know what White Day was. I thought you were making a joke about Black History Month.
Me too. What's up, Anna?
Welcome.
Hi.
Hey, hi,
Welcome.
Welcome.
Anna, do you want to watch the Doctor Strange trailer, or do you have to do a comment about that?
That came out too?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. It's okay. I'll do some soups. Elsa Barrett. Chrissy's ex got disqualified. Yes, he did. Although I did stay with him until he cheated one more time. Gimple. Ann Coulter also doesn't like cat boys. No, she doesn't. Lucas Pena. Chrissy, do you feel maternal instincts towards Frank's son, especially when it comes to fighting culture barriers that will affect his future? Do I feel maternal instincts? I mean, if I'm out with him and like if we're like, I don't know, walking around and there's like a car coming or a truck, like of course I would like throw myself in front of, you know what I mean? If that's what he means, like protect him from danger kind of like instinctually, like where you don't have to think about it. Of course I would do some shit like that. But at the same time, you can't overstep your bounds. You know what I mean? Like he lives with his mom and we just get him every other weekend. So it's like, I don't know how much fighting I can do. Like I'll definitely, I mean, I covered the Unmask Our Children rally this past weekend in Westchester, but I feel like that's a thing that is good for all kids. I feel like all kids deserve that for their future. I don't know. I feel for like most kids right now. I don't know if that answers your question. Anna, what was your worst Valentine's Day gift ever?
Oh my God. Can it be like worst date / gift?
Yes. Totally.
Okay, so this was the guy I was dating in college. And this actually, I think I was going to tell you this story on the Jack show. But so I was dating this guy and I was head over heels in love with him, which I'm looking back, I'm like, why was I so stupid? So this guy was like cheating on me with a girl named Chrissie.
It was me. Nobody has ever cheated on me with their person, by the way.
Well,
that I know of.
I was stupid because I don't know. I just believe people. Like I just
We're
automatically
dumb like
just
that,
assume
women.
Well, I just assume people are going to be honest because I think lying is a waste of time, right? And so he lived in Tokyo, like when he wasn't in college. And so over the summer, I was actually friends with his roommates because he moved in with my friends because all of my guy friends got like an apartment together. And so I went over to the apartment to hang out with my friend who was his roommate, Chase. And they had this guy that was like crashing on their couch. And no joke, this guy like tried to rape me. And they didn't kick him out. Right. And so he was staying at that apartment. And so my boyfriend was pissed because he's like, he wanted this guy to get out. But the other roommate, this was his friend that was crashing on the couch. And I told all of them what happened. And they didn't do anything. And so I was like pissed. So I didn't ever want to go over there. So his Valentine's Day idea, instead of, he told me, he's like, get ready. And I'm not going to tell you anything about it. It's going to be great. And so I thought we were going out to like a nice restaurant or something. So I spent all day getting ready, and I got a new dress. I did my hair, I did my makeup, and I like went all out. And what we did for the date was to hang out in the apartment with all of the guys, including the one that tried to rape me.
Oh my
and
God.
eat cup of noodle.
What?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Please tell me you were wearing high heels to this cup of noodle date.
I was. And no,
Oh my
but not
God,
only
oh my
that. So
God.
it was not only that, but then also that Chrissie chick, not you, the bad Chrissie.
Okay, thank God.
She spells it with a Y, so that makes sense.
Disgusting.
So it was her idea. I found out later after we broke up, like years later, because she's like, "Oh, that would be so romantic if you made it like a little restaurant in your apartment."
No, she was trying to do a
noodle.
shitty plan. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out years later, and I was like, "You gotta be fun." I was like, you know, when you get so mad that like your face heats up, and like your the blood is just boiling under your skin. That was me when I found out. I'm like, I spent all fucking day getting ready to come and hang out here and have to see that guy, and it was funny because all the other guys in the apartment that were my friends, they were like, "Anna's gonna hate this. Like, what are you doing?"
Oh
but
my God.
so that was
How
like,
long were you with him?
Like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, that's long.
Which was stupid. I'm so stupid. But looking back, I'm like, never again. But he got me like a $300 necklace to try to make up for it. And it was like, my birthstone is opal. And so it was a opal heart that was like silver, and there was like a little gold stripe in it. And you
Was
would
it
think
pretty?
it'd be cute. It was not. It was ugly. It was like a grandma old lady necklace. But he left the price tag on just so I would see it. Let me spend that much.
No respect.
And
That
I
is
was
so icky. Which means maybe he got it on sale or he got it for free, or like that's really shitty. Oh God.
Yeah, but so it was like, it was a terrible, terrible date. It was a terrible, terrible night. I was livid. Well, I think he was smart enough to pick on that I was uncomfortable. So we ended up going down to like a bar by his apartment. That was nice. And so I just got hammered and I was like, fuck this shit. I need to drink to get through this night.
Yeah.
But he got me like an expensive necklace, but I was still like, it was terrible. It was a terrible experience. It was a terrible Valentine's Day.
Shitty. He just seems really out of touch. Like the fact, like you knowing how much something costs instead of you liking the thing
That
is
happened
what
with
makes
my
it good.
sister. My sister's boyfriend for Valentine's Day gave her these earrings. Well, like last year, but they didn't fit. So she went to exchange them, and the tag was on for the price. But when she exchanged them, it was in fact
on
like
sale.
on discount. Yeah, like found out that they were like really
Oh
like,
man,
50% off or something like that. But he like kept on that original one to like make it look like he paid more.
That is awful. I remember my worst Valentine's Day. It just came to me in this story. It's so good. So it was my senior year of college. I was dating this guy. We had just broken up, but I like wanted to get him back still. I sent him. He lived 6 hours away in Idaho. So I made this like handwritten card, and then I bought 2 big bags of beef jerky, okay? And it was like good beef jerky. And it was expensive. Yes, beef jerky is expensive. And I mailed this to him. I mailed this beef jerky to him, 2 bags of it with this like handwritten card. And he got it on Valentine's Day. And he did not send me flowers, didn't send me anything. And he calls me the next day and was like, well, I really love the beef jerky. I didn't want to, I was thinking of sending you flowers. So he told me that he was thinking about doing it, but
it's the thought that counts.
But he didn't.
Really.
Oh.
But he didn't do it. And I was so upset because I was like a broke college student and I literally spent all this money on beef jerky to show you my love and you couldn't even send me flowers?
But Lila, you should have left a $300 price tag on the jerky.
You should have. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Beef jerky is a great Valentine's Day gift to a guy. I think guys love beef jerky.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but let them. I guess
everyone
let the
likes
men
it.
in chat confirm or deny. But I think so too, based on.
I had a middle school boyfriend he was a very sweet boy. I think his name was James. He's definitely married now. He gave me like a really nice necklace. I think it was Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, it was like, I was really impressed. It actually like leveled him up in my mind. Because I was like, oh, wow, this was from like a nice jewelry store. I think
the worst present I ever gave a guy was a paper shredder for Valentine's Day.
Was he an accountant? Was he in the mob? Was it Donald Trump? He loved to shred papers, apparently.
But I knew he needed one.
Aw, that's like a good like mom gift or like sister. It's
So
like,
you know
here's this
how
thing you need.
You know how I said I like older men, like a lot older. I was dating this guy temporarily. He was like a neurosurgeon. You know, it was a great time. But for my birthday, he gave me like Victoria's Secret like sweatpants and a t-shirt. And like, I don't know. I think
Were they cute?
It was like young. Like it made me feel like what do you think
Was
I
it
am?
pink? Was it like the pink
Yeah,
brand?
pink.
I wonder if he was like
clothing. I was like, I don't wear this.
But
No?
yeah, he wanted you to look
It's
young.
like he wanted me to look like a little child.
Ew. He was like, "You're giving me preteen vibes. Put on this this hot pink sweatsuit."
Yeah, right. Like pink. Like,
Ew.
pink.
Is that you, Venti? That's no bueno.
What was that?
It's just like weird.
Did you
things
burp?
from older men.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just checking.
Of course she did. It's always Brittany.
It's always Venti. King Salmon Fish, Avenge Love Lost, Stop Plague, My V Day, Scorp Lib. I wonder if that's the guy who wrote the poem. Morgan Babcock. As gay as this may be, as a guy, my favorite flower would be the fire lily, like the tiger lily. I like that. Martin number 1. Wristflex looks like she belongs in Encanto.
What's this?
A movie.
Yeah, kind of.
What is that profile picture though? Looks like someone's getting like attacked.
Yeah, from behind. Take that. You just got. Uncle Sam, any tips with someone?
Kitty.
Oh, who's
She
got a
grabbed
kitty?
me.
Wait.
It attacked you from in there?
Oh my God, she's in her little cat house.
Oh, that's the ragdoll one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Hello, baby. Oh my God, you're so fluffy. That's a great cat tree.
Thank
She just chills in there.
you. Yeah. I figured that's why I moved it over here because I thought it'd be cute, like to
Got a
get her
little
on
window.
stream. Because she never is on stream. She never sits in my lap like Rain does. So
Oh, little cat window.
Cute.
Oh, it's just so cute. Uncle Sam, any tips with someone with social media taken out? I find women use that as a background check. So retarded. Hard to find based women not already gone. Yeah, I think the grammar on
Wait.
this is not good.
You want to find somebody
A based woman.
Well, I know.
Oh,
I
it
have a
sounds like
friend
he
who's-
doesn't have social media.
It seems like I'm confused. So you're
That's,
using
like,
dating apps
suspect
to
then.
find women, but you don't have social media, and she wants to use your social media to find out more about you because you're looking at her through a dating app. It seems like the
Oh.
dating app is your social media. Just find somebody out. Go to a bar or something. It seems
Yeah,
like that's
doing-
probably more of your vibe then.
Do IRL. That's good advice.
Also,
In real life.
I have a few friends on dating apps, and they struggle with people rejecting them right out of the bat if they're not woke. And the way I look at it
Wow.
is, life is short, though. That's good. You're weeding people out.
It is good.
But it's whether
Yeah.
it's better than going out and spending time with these people and then them finding out you're not woke and saying,
you wouldn't like rejection sucks, but it's like you would have rejected them ultimately anyway. So yeah, they are doing you a favor.
My best friend lives in Seattle, and she is on dating apps, and she switched her bio to say that she was conservative, and she got so many more dates and so many more matches, and so many guys wanted to talk to her. Yeah, it was really interesting. She's like, who would have known if I just switched that thing? And
everyone knows
funny.
that.
Yeah, because the guys I know, it's hard for them. Like this dude just said in the super chat, it's hard for them to find women who aren't woke.
Damn. Just hang out like gun ranges. Where do based women go? Comedy clubs.
My church.
Go to Keri's church.
Chrissy, have you ever shot
A rally?
gun?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go to a rally. Go to Chrissy's shows. Yeah.
Go to my shows.
Chrissy shows. Yeah.
Oh my God, Brittany's cat is acting up.
Yeah,
She looks like she's
have to
ready
let her
to
know who's
pounce.
boss.
She's like, I'm gonna pounce on your head. You least expect. That's cute though. Oh, she's like a
she
cute little
caught it.
background cat. Spineless says, hi all, just wanted to pop on and thank Riss for her piece on the Nuremberg trials and Chrissy for her live snippet on the mask mandate.
So glad you like it.
What was your video about? Like give us a little
There's a group of international lawyers that are working together to bring light to crimes against humanity, and they're doing like a Nuremberg trial simulation. So it's outside of like the regular court system because no court systems are taking up their case. So, but they're like trial lawyers and they know what they're doing, and yeah, they're putting on like a little trial.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Riss is out here doing real research.
Out here.
Anna, you sent me a link to.
Yeah, have you guys seen this yet? This is like the debate between Michaela Peterson and Carol Adams, where she's just like, meat is misogynistic.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh
seen
my
that?
God. Oh, this is wait. This was with Michaela Peterson?
Yeah,
I had
Michaela
no
Peterson went to
idea.
Oxford and debated this like ultra feminist about meat, and this is just the ultra feminist part, but it's so
Holy
bad.
Fuck. I didn't know this was
Like
Michaela.
everyone's just trying not to laugh at this crazy lady.
Because I saw a snippet and I just didn't realize. I thought this lady was like just rambling on her own. All right, this is 12 minutes.
It's worth it. You gotta. It's funny.
First of
And so-
all, the jacket.
Okay, well, you can see like
Yeah, she's
Michaela
right
like
here.
facepalm multiple times.
We should move beyond all meat. So, what we choose to eat has consequences far beyond the
She's like, I gotta
circumference of
get
our
this
plates.
guy in the camera.
Specifically, your vote tonight expresses
Can you
your
turn it up a bit?
allegiance to
Oh,
or
yeah.
rejection of a white supremacist patriarchal worldview. Do we vote to further inequality and sustain world-destroying
She's
violence?
just saying a bunch of buzzwords.
In the sexual politics of meat, I introduced the concept of animals as absent reference.
Oh my gosh.
In order to be eaten, animals must disappear as living beings, that is, be killed. They then disappear conceptually, as so many forms in which we eat animals.
Even this guy is like, what
are
the fuck is she
massaged by
saying?
euphemistic
He
language.
tried not
Every-
to laugh the
Hamburger,
whole
steak,
time.
Pork, bacon,
Everyone
etc.
starts laughing.
Even the speaker just before me talked about turkeys. He's talking about dead butchered turkeys of whom part of their bodies will be eaten. Meat eaters order leg of lamb, not a baby lamb's leg. The animals cannot possess their own body parts. Tonight, think about how the language of our
She's
debate
just mad
has
'cause
or
nobody
has
wants
not
to eat her.
participated in the structure of the absent referent. Who disappears and why? 21st century animal eating requires our complicity in a new colonialism. We know how settler colonialism worked, and a
Do you
race
see how
and
she's
replace
dressed
system
like-
that forced indigenous people off the land.
In that like Hillary
replacing them with
Clinton
cattle
Yes!
like settlers.
emperor kind of.
Yeah.
Recognized today
She
as
really
Indigenous Peoples'
Was
Day.
such a pioneer of the
One of the
pantsuit that everyone
defining
is inspired
aspects
by
of the
her.
colonial legacy is an ongoing white
too much going
supremacist
on.
belief system and an ownership paradigm.
As soon as I saw this big
When you
turquoise
own the
necklace, I knew
land,
she
you
was
get
trouble.
the title to it.
Same.
Entitlement and ownership are linked.
Something about that type of jewelry.
All the
women that wear it.
justifications for the taking of land by white colonial
They're gonna give
authorities
you a hard
included the
time.
claim, well, the Indians can't prove they own the land. Hunting exists within this colonial ownership paradigm. It presumes that animals don't have title to their own lives. Once dispossessed of their lives, the hunted animal can become your property.
On that point.
In a minute. Approximately 90% of Native
said, "On that
Americans were
point,"
killed
and then she's
off
like,
by
"In a minute."
erase and replace settler colonialism.
Lila,
It's the new colonialism that boasts,
don't
I'll
send this
hunt for
lady beef
myself
jerky
and be
for
grateful like
Valentine's
the
Day.
Native
No.
Americans. As well, like the Native Americans,
No, I
I
think we
thank
should
the
all
animal
send
for
her
their
beef jerky.
sacrifice.
Just watch her
Yeah.
And I
reaction.
wonder, how do you know the animal would have picked you to feed off their corpse?
Oh God.
The argument that hunting
that's
is
not how it
ethical
works.
presumes that some
It's not like
primeval
organ
form
donation.
of eating exists, unmediated by
Look at
corrupting
the guy in the
influences
back
of society.
behind her's like rolling his
There's
eyes.
no room in the new colonialism for an indigenous worldview to exist. Instead, it collapses more than 100 Native American nations into one amalgam and attributes a static indigenous worldview that erases those nations that were predominantly vegetarian and lived in urban
You guys hear that?
areas.
Native Americans were
The new
predominantly
colonialists
vegetarian.
see nothing wrong
Wow.
with a pick and choose approach to
They
indigenous
totally didn't hunt
thought
buffalo
that
or
never
sturgeon.
engages with the survival issues indigenous
who else is
peoples are
vegetarian?
facing
Americans
today.
say that vegetarians are
70% of the population would have to be eliminated for people
Hitler,
to try to rely on
vegetarian.
hunting to
Ah.
survive. Who
Charles
would live
Manson.
and who dies and who decides?
vegetarian.
As for domesticated animals,
I'm just saying it's not
Percy
by.
Shelley pointed out
You don't want to
after
play
being
the
expelled
association
from
game
Oxford,
with vegetarians.
the quantity of nutritious vegetable matter consumed in fattening the carcass of an ox would afford 10 times the sustenance if gathered immediately from the bosom of the earth. 200
Bosom of
years
the
after
earth.
Shelley, as we've heard, 1/3 of the landmass of the world is committed to animal agriculture. Entire ecosystems are disappearing. 80% of deforested acres in the Amazon were cleared for animal-based cattle grazing. And yet tonight at dinner, I saw the lions eaters send meat back from their plates. So-called free-range animals contribute more greenhouse gases, while killing them in mobile slaughterhouses requires more water
This lady
than
hasn't had-
industrial slaughterhouses
Where's her resources?
and
Where's her
leaves
facts?
behind an immense amount of waste,
She's making shit
requiring
up.
an intense amount of chemicals in the process.
This lady just needs
Your
to
meat
come.
may
That's
be
honestly
organic, but your
the long and
slaughtering
short of it.
isn't. If you eat animals, you take up more climate space,
Okay,
requiring
what?
more water, more land,
God.
more
Who is
forest
she?
deforestation, contributing more greenhouse gases.
Lady, how many jackets do you
This
have?
is felt disproportionately by countries in the global south.
Forever
Their
21
carbon
jacket.
footprint is
I used to
smaller,
live with
but
a
they
woman like this I
experience
found
more
off
frequent
Craigslist.
and
She
intense
ate
climate change
my whole
caused
birthday
weather
cake once.
events. These
What a
events especially affect
What a
girls and
fatty.
young women. Your hamburger comes with a dose of misogyny. The Western world
Look at
colonized
Michaela.
their space without sending
that's
a single
real.
beef eater. Through colonial
Look at
power,
the lady in the
diet
middle.
of
She even
beef-loving
like is like,
English
what the
people
fuck?
became
What is she gonna
normative.
do done?
The food heritage of pre-conquest peoples,
I'm
like
sure
the
I'm in the
land
mood for some
itself, was
misogyny right
overrun.
now.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was the
craving it.
colonizers, especially the British,
Big old
who
burger.
declared that the
She's giving us
virility
food
of
now.
meat-eating nations explained their success over the supposed feminine and weak rice-eating
She
countries
can't even do the quotes.
they
She's so
defeated.
weak.
Historically, the
get that
vast majority of the
curve
world
in her
lived
hair?
without animal protein as a central
Oh, she
part of
probably
their
used a blow
diet.
dryer.
Or like
The
put a bowl
assumption
on.
that the best protein comes from corpses is a racist belief,
Racist.
as it erases and
God.
replaces indigenous African, Asian, Mesoamerican
She's
cultural
literally just
food
using every
practices.
buzzword she knows.
Right.
Yeah, I
Meat
feel like
eating
it's
is
highlighted.
also one of the
Like, if you
ways
wrote
gender-based
circle
structures
this,
of
it'd be, like in bold.
Oh my God,
Like-
I can't anymore.
Can I tell you what I think is happening here? This
She's
is
mentally ill and has to come.
that also. They have the social justice belief system. They go in and they basically cannibalize different rights groups based around identity, right? So it's like they cannibalize and they take into themselves the feminist movement, the civil rights movement, gay and lesbian rights movement. And so once you get all these different movements get pulled into the umbrella of social justice.
It's like an amoeba.
Right. There are certain movements though that haven't been pulled into it yet, and they want to be pulled into it. They want you, the animal rights people want you to become an animal rights person. So what's huge right now? Social justice. So what do they have to do? They have to link it. They have to talk about oppression and misogyny and
like how
racism.
what trans people
yes,
did with LGBT.
Yes.
Well, LGBT.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pedophiles
Or like
are doing this now
pedos.
too.
Yeah.
Pedos
Yeah.
are doing the same thing. They want to get taken in by
You know who else is
the
doing
social
that?
justice people.
Cannibals. Cannibals are trying to do that under kink. So it's like,
oh God,
that
really?
also falls under the
Wow.
umbrella of LGBT, right? So it's like,
Holy
oh, it's
fuck.
loosely connected. So actually, you can't kink shame type of thing.
They
Damn.
try to use that
Sounds like hell,
language.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like imagine, like if you were explaining this place to an alien, you're like, yeah, they're fucking eating each other's bodies. They'd be like, what is this fucking hellhole ghetto of Earth?
Wow.
How do you think they don't want to talk to us?
They're like,
and they're like, we'll wait a couple thousand years for you guys to get your shit together.
Exactly. She's like, oh, look what you get from being part of a victim group. So what do I have to do to emulate the groups that are crushing it right now? And it's like she's like, oh, let me just take on their language, compare the way that other groups compare themselves. And it's just like, oh, I'll just do what they do and it'll work. And then you listen to her and you're like, nothing she's saying is making sense because she's just trying to copy. Yeah. She's just like copying and pasting. It's just like she's, reading off someone else's homework. It just doesn't sound genuine. That was a hot mess. Gimple movie and rent. New place through Shell Corporation. Okay, I don't understand that. Ian, what are the top 3 characteristics you look for in the men you're interested in? Happy Valentine's Day. Like, okay. Okay.
Outgoing and social for me.
Confidence.
Yeah, like just confidence and social.
And that's different than being egotistical. It's just being confident, knowing who you are.
I think
big dick energy.
Big dick energy.
We all want a big dick. That's important too. And you have to have that energy.
I think obviously sense of humor, like finding me funny obviously helps a lot. Integrity for sure. And having goals, like having purpose, being like, I'm fucking fired up about my goals, like, because then first you want to say money, but it's like if you have goals and you're focused, the money is gonna come. So
I like guys that have like strong friend groups and they're like close with their family. They have their life together balanced wise.
So for me, he's asking for top 3 characteristics. And while I agree with you ladies, my priority would be loyalty, empathy, and stability. Because empathy is key, or else you're going to have a narcissist basically. And I've just dealt with too many of low emotionally intelligent people, and it's just not fun to go through. Stability, because I don't know, my whole life has not been very stable, so I guess I seek that, and also thinking of my children. And loyalty, because like obviously I have a very strict stance on being faithful, and I want to receive back what I give out.
Yeah. Can I change my answers to Brittany's? Okay.
Honesty is a good one too. I feel like it's definitely like a top one, but it's almost like such a given. I don't know.
That's why I said integrity. Like have fucking scruples. I'm into using that word again.
I was confidence, sense of humor, honesty. Yeah.
Sense of humor is a big one too, for sure.
And then just humility, like and that's tied up with honesty, but just being able to admit when you're wrong and which a lot of people don't seem to be able to do anymore.
Yeah, like it goes with self-awareness too. Yeah. Young pay. Oh wait, Anna. Did you do your 3? Or do you just want to describe Peaches?
Nah, I don't know. This is a hard one. I don't know. I'm a very difficult person to like deal with and to live with. And so if a guy, well, no, because I have my own schedule. I have my own things that I need to get done. And I learned a long time ago that I can't put my life on hold for another person. So, and also I've been screwed over a lot in the past. So if a guy is willing to put up with me, like that's already step 1. So if a guy, expresses his interest in me and then he's able to deal with me, then I'm like, okay, that's already a foot in the door. And then that's when I start considering the other things, because I have to take in mind first that I'm a very difficult person. And I do make, exceptions, and I'll give, I'm not just completely a stonewall, but it has to be someone that already knows what they're getting into when it comes. And I'm also very opinionated, and some guys don't like that. And I don't really put up with bullshit. And, a lot of guys don't like that. So it's easier to weed out guys in the beginning, I guess, and see how long they can deal with me. But so that's kind of how I used to approach it. Obviously, I've been in a relationship for so long that I'm like, I don't know, thinking back about what I used to look for in guys, I'm like, I don't even know.
I don't think that because you're a strong person that's opinionated, that therefore that's an inherently bad feature. I do understand a lot of guys don't like it because they want doormats, but I don't think that that's a healthy thing for men to want, because why would you want a doormat as a mother? Why would you want someone you can wipe your feet off of for a mother that has no integrity? How is that going to affect your children? So I don't actually think for any reason you should lower your standards, Anna, just because you have formulated opinions, like you use critical thinking. That's actually a positive attribute.
And just because you have like a work schedule or like a streaming schedule, like I don't think that makes you difficult or like hard to be with.
Well, I mean, this is me thinking like back when I was in college, because I started dating Peaches like when I was about to finish my degree. So it's been a long time since I've like dated. So I'm thinking back to like then, like, because there would be guys, like there's one guy that I really liked, and he was really nice and he was really fun and he was like amazing at everything, but he just wanted to spend time with me, which I know that, oh my God, what a terrible guy wanted to spend time with me. But I would get so mad because I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of college. Like I'm already 10 steps behind because I had this, whole accident where I couldn't even draw anymore. So I had to redo everything and learn how to paint so I could get my fucking degree. And I'm like, I like you, dude, but I just don't have time to spend with you. And so it's that aspect of it, because it's like I don't want to be in a relationship with a guy if I can't even give him the time of day. And I don't want to string someone along. I know
when you're in college or school, it's like it's almost impossible to like really be in a relationship and have that last till after you're done with school. So do we all give our 3 things?
I think if they wanted to, they would, regardless of if they're busy or not. That's another lesson I've learned the past year. Truly, if they wanted to, they would. Like, sure, you should communicate on like it's like when you're back in the day, the lady would walk by and drop the handkerchief to like signal to the guy to like hit on her, right? So in reality, she's making the first move. You can do that, but it's like once it passes that point and they're still not doing it, you have to tell them over and over and over and over. Like if they wanted to, they would. Like there was this one TikTok where I saw, and it really put into perspective for me, like how low my standards were. And this is easier said than done, of course, but this TikTok was a real eye opener. This girl went to her boyfriend's house and she discovered that, and she gave him a gift. It was just a joke gift. She found a leaf, right? Just a random autumn leaf, and gave it to him. And she discovered that months later, when she was at his house, he still had it.
Oh my God!
He kept it. So,
oh my God, she kept her love leaf.
It's like in the book Fahrenheit 451. The girl gives him a leaf.
Really?
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
I don't remember that part.
Yes. It's we just reread that book recently, so I was like, oh.
For the book club.
It's kind of sweet though, right?
It's really sweet.
People are calling me a narcissist in the chat. How am I a narcissist?
What? How dare you?
Because I don't want to waste a guy's time, because I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn how to do stuff in
They've
school.
literally said negative things about each and every one of us, if that helps. And
I know.
Like anytime any one of us say like things we value in a man, or like somebody asked us flat out, what was the worst Valentine's Day gift you ever got? And then we're all telling our stories and they're like, oh my God, you dumb bitch. And it's like, it's your fault,
Oh no.
Who asked for this, people?
Listen, Anna's not a narcissist, and I'll have you know that there's nothing wrong with me whatsoever.
We're all perfect. There's nothing wrong with any of us. Young Pei Chang. Also check out Creepology by Anna Valdesari. Oh, I guess that's a wrist flex recommendation. Russell Hall's evil twin. Let's see Wrist Flex's ex-stalker simp messages. I don't know if you have them ready, Riss, or if you want to show them.
Let's see.
Matt,
Like my
Deckard.
Instagram DMs.
I mean, if you have anything.
Hi,
A little
Matt.
extra. This is a Keri simp. All the ones for Keri. All my exes live in Texas. If you run into one, don't believe what they say.
Hi,
Aw.
Matt. Matt is has a lot of nice hats. He is a hatted gentleman.
I like a hat, man. Space Monkey, do you all feel empowered by Amazon's Lord of the Rings trailer? No. I feel angered. Ew. Leanne gets a heart even though she's not here. Oh, that's his crush. Okay. Your crush is Leanne. Well, too bad she's not here. Russell Hall. Brittany must choose who she'll spend eternity with naked in a garden. Her options are John the Wolf with no eyebrows, Malin and Shane, Scat Cat, Pappy Davis. See, this seems like a nonsense question.
No, this is a reference to the last Jack show.
Oh, John the Wolf with no eyebrows, Malin and Shane, Scat
Malin.
Cat. Oh, Malin and Shane, Scat Cat, Pappy Davis.
Let me think.
They were both simping hard for Britney in the last Jack show.
I
They
saw.
were both nice to me. I thought Shane was funny though, how he kept being like, you know what, let's go back to Britney. And I thought that was a good bit. So,
Wait, so
appreciate
Shane
the
wins?
personality.
Okay, somebody please clip this. And tag us on Twitter.
You're picking Shane?
Wait, I didn't say that. Wait. Do I have to pick? Oh, he specified with no eyebrows.
It's
I
only
guess
naked
that's a
for
factor
eternity
too,
in a
huh?
garden. So
Naked for eternity in a garden.
eternity.
Shane used to be fat. Just take that into consideration.
Do you like loose skin?
Can I just be alone in the garden?
You can be on the other side of the garden.
No offense to either of them. It's just that, like, I don't know. I'm kind of burnt
She has
out on them
standards now.
recently.
You should have come at her
It's
years
Valentine's
ago.
Day coming up, but
Corey Schuler. God forbid you get a gift, Riss, Ice Queen. Corey, I think he sent that before you were
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what
how
we-
crazy he was. Matt Scoggins, y'all stream popped up right after a manosphere red pill. Interesting enough. Just curious what y'all think about that space since y'all are semi right leaning. Y'all are beautiful. Happy V Day. I think whatever
well.
works for people. You know, if you feel like someone resonates, you resonate with what somebody says and you feel like listening to them makes your life better and helps you accomplish your goals, then all, you know, more power to you.
I
I
think
would
it
just like to
depends
say
on where
I
they
resent-
shift your focus.
I resent being associated with a political party.
Yes,
America
Anna
is not
is
the center of the world. I'm very anti-politics, so
Anna is
keep that shit away from me.
Yeah. Anna does not associate with the right wing or any wing. She's wingless.
Exactly.
She's a
America
flightless
is
bird.
not the center of the universe, everyone. Nor their politics. Just saying.
Yeah, I think that the manosphere, that the specific part I don't like about it is the PUA part of it. Because they just really dehumanize women and they view them as a commodity. And it's
Wait, did
like,
you
oh,
say
how many
POA?
bitches?
Or did you say
PUA, pickup artists.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And,
that's a little
and
toxic.
it's very like psychotic, like to just operate the way that they do in some cases. And
It's a numbers game, bruh.
yeah, and it's like, ew, your dick's been in 1,000 women, and they think that's a good thing. Ew, I don't want that in me. But that's not what it's about. It's not about me wanting it in me. It's just like that they're promoting that to men and kind of leading them astray and telling them if they pay $99 a month that they'll become a man somehow, despite them having no credentials to do so, such as Kevin Samuels, who I made a video on, went more into that. But yeah, a lot of them have that same theme. There's a lot of symptoms that they have for when it's the PUA side of the manosphere. One of those is selling programs. Based
Also,
on
a lot of the guys who, if it doesn't work out for them, then you get those guys who are sort of the men going their own way and
Yeah.
become somewhat like
Women are the
hateful
problem.
towards women, and like that
A lot of
guy
them are in the chat right now.
Elliot Roger. But I actually, I'm going to say something probably unpopular and corny sounding, but I see these guys paying programs for learning how to be more masculine or be a better man. And I'm like, dude, just, you don't have to pay that money. Find a good Christian pastor. I know that's cheesy. I know I'm corny, but there's a lot of strong men. I'm lucky. I have a church with sincere believers. They believe in something. They believe in bettering themselves. And there's a lot of great male role models at my church. And so if you don't have a good church near you, if you have a woke one or whatever, and if you're not a believer, who cares? Like, you could at least go and try to, if you don't have any male role models in your life, you can meet some that way, is all I'm saying. It's like, find a community of people who believe in something that you believe in, and you don't have to pay all this money to these con artist programs.
Yeah,
I would say instead of spending money on like what is that, just like a psychology type of thing, why don't you invest in yourself and get some skills? Like, why don't,
go to the
if
gym.
you have well, yeah, you can go to the gym, but if you want to like learn something, like take I don't know, flight classes, learn how to pilot a plane, learn how to shoot a gun, and do stuff where it's like actually life skills. So yeah, you'll be, if you're already going to spend money, then do something that's going to make your life better, right? And
Chris,
like
are
give
you
you
okay?
something extra.
And that freaking bug was on my head.
Oh,
Do you see it?
No.
That's how you freak out.
I don't know where it went.
Crucify it on stream.
Wait, there was a bug on your head? What kind of a
Have
bug?
the holy water ready.
What kind of a bug, Riss?
I think it's a stink bug. Oh, hi. I just took my shirt off. Sorry. I don't know, because I think it went
cleanse
inside
you.
the
All right,
sweater.
we'll have to go back into the replay and find that.
Well,
There's always
Anna,
things
just
flying
to what you
around.
were saying,
There's
Anna, it's like those things will build your confidence. If you're building skills, like your confidence is going to increase.
Well, yeah, and you'll get more friends and you'll meet more people, and you obviously will have a mentor that you're learning from. Or like, even just watch Cobra Kai. Look what happened with Miguel once he started hanging out with Johnny and learning karate. Look how his entire life changed. And he was a kid that didn't have a dad in the picture. So if you're going to invest money anyway, like you're already like, I have this money to spend and I need to get out of the house. I want to be around people with a like-minded mindset, and you can do that. And you know, you're paying this money, so you know you're going to get that one-on-one time with whatever kind of instructor, but you're going to be different at the end of it, and you're going to get something out of it, where it's like, if you watch Brittany's video on the Kevin Samuels, it's like, what you spend $10,000 to learn from a guy that was like a personal shopper. Like, come on, you could do that on YouTube.
Interesting.
Yeah, those were his credentials. And I have to say one last thing really quick. I think a lot of it is just the inverse of feminism. It's two sides of the same coin. The same thing they critique feminism for, they do. It's just like swap the genders. It's for swap he to she. And it's the same exact thing. And they do actively cause damage. Both of them. MGTOW, sphere, manosphere, PUA, and then also feminism. So
I think men should just listen to Jordan Peterson and clean your room.
There you go.
Your room.
Yeah, be clean.
Pick up your shit, Frank. No.
No, but I think it's so true. It's like if you clean your room, or like everybody can be in charge of their own world. You know, there's always something in your home that you could like fix. There's a corner of papers over there that you could just like make nice. And I don't know, people, when I was going through like my depression, I started listening to a lot of Jordan Peterson stuff, and it like really like woke me up, and and this was like, I don't know, 4 years ago, but that's like kind of what really woke me up to get out of it. Like, I can take control of cleaning my room, and that like fixed my life in a lot of ways.
And you think more clearly, especially if you're any kind of a creative person. Like, if my desk is covered in shit, like I can't do anything. Like, you know,
I'm the
there's too
exact
many-
opposite. If I see an empty space, it will bug me until the end of time. So it's like, I literally have like, I have my little area where I can move my mouse, but my desk is like just covered in action figures, makeup, paint supplies and stuff. Because if I see an empty space, I'm like, I have to fill it, obviously, by my walls.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I love your walls.
Yeah, it's cute.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just it was. I was learning this in college. It had something to do with like the way that you think and the way that you plan things. And so it's like and it's weird because doctors are the same way, ironically. Like doctors and lawyers, like if lawyers have like their entire desk full of papers, and it's like they mentally know where everything is. It's like that chaotic organized kind of thing.
I feel
And so there's like, if you ever watch Adam Savage, he's a was on Mythbusters. He's a great artist. He's like, he believes that you shouldn't have drawers, like everything, you should be able to see it. So that way it's right there. So you know where everything is mentally.
Oh,
and so it goes along with like people that, not like photographic memory, but like you have to have like visuals. So that way you remember things, and it's like visual cues.
Okay.
So
This guy did not have cats. Because to not having drawers, you would get hair all over your clothes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't allow my cats into my workspace, but it's just, it is hard when you have people that don't think that way. And so like my boyfriend's the opposite, and I'm just like, it drives me crazy when like there's empty spaces, and he's like, babe, you gotta come. And I'm like, I know. But yeah, totally
Lila, I'm
derailed
with
that
you.
comment.
I'm with you though about Peterson and just in general, like reading.
Sorry.
What?
There's a tweet about the documentary we watched earlier by Ramsey Paul. This one I linked in my private chat.
Oh, I had him on my show. He's kind of a fun guy.
His tweet about it made me laugh because he said the same thing you guys said.
That what?
About the fly.
Oh yeah, why'd they focus on the fly so much? Oh, I want to just talk about this before I take this super chat off. I think, and I know this because I was a person who convinced myself like for years that I could have sex without getting attached. And there was a time where I was like, I was concerned with like conquering and my numbers and how many dates can I have in 1 week, and like not even necessarily like how many guys did I bang, but like that power of I guess like oh, I don't know, scheduling dates, basically be like, oh, these guys like me, and I would like get off on it, and that was such a fleeting feeling, and it was like a drug. I needed to like keep getting another hit of it, and I think that's like a toxic mentality, and I think both men and women can be toxic in the moment that you try to convince yourself like you can just have sex like without feeling, even though men do have a little bit more of that in their biology, like they have that
That's really easy
biological
to do.
imperative to like spread their seed, whatever, it's what they want. But ultimately, when you see men that are like obviously like, oh wow, who hurt you, buddy, that comes off right away, right? Because that has to do with like a rejection, and it's like if you really could have sex with no feeling, that rejection like wouldn't, you know what I mean, like it wouldn't be meaningless. So anytime I just meet a guy who you're like, oh, who hurt you, to me it's like you're kidding yourself that you can like have sex with no feeling, because it's like you have to like I'm not talking about with your boyfriend. I mean, like,
well, no. Before Peaches, like, there's been guys that I'm like, I just really want to have sex tonight, and I did, and no feelings. I got what I needed, and it was a-okay.
But like, would you want to live your whole life that way?
It depends on what my priorities are in life at the time.
If you're really busy, like, you know, and you just don't have time, but you have time just to like have sex and then move on. Like.
Isn't it interesting that like I feel like women can do that more than like a guy can do that? Like a girl is always going to have options. Like there's always going to be a Rolodex of dudes that you could hit up at any time. Any one of your like male guy friends who are like, oh, we're friends. If you were like,
there's always a waiting list.
I would be down. They would be into it. But I find it interesting because it's like the typical man doesn't necessarily have that as like the typical woman would have. Like every girl has like at least 100 dudes that she could bang, whereas not every guy has that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just feel like it's not as easy for guys to do that.
I'll take it
unless you're like
further.
in the top 10% of, you know, wealth and height and hotness.
Right.
I'll take it one step further. I would argue that a lot of women, like whoever is above average, so 6 out of 10 and above on the generally what people would the consensus of that, I think that women can pick up women easier. Like I feel like I could pick up more women than a guy could.
True.
And I also feel like everyone here could also pick up more women than a guy could if they wanted to. So not only do they have the monopoly on like, oh, I have all these male options, but also in theory,
you just made the chat go crazy with their imagination.
I'm not saying I would. Listen, I'm straight and I've never even kissed a woman or did anything like that. But I'm just saying if I wanted to, I could. And I could do it better than a guy could.
You just have to like listen.
I think that women can have sex with whoever they want to, but men are the ones that like are more in charge of establishing the relationship. like they're more in control of that. Whereas like a woman can just sleep with who she wants.
That's
easily,
true.
You know, and it's like, that's what's interesting about it.
You can't make a guy want to have a relationship with you, but you can like easily make a guy want to bang you.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that goes into like who cares more is the one that establishes what the boundaries are, right? Because if you are totally head over heels, you're coddling, you want to spend all the time with them, and the other person is just like, nah, they're more in control because it's how interested they are in, you know?
That's true. In a I would say in a dating sense, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the old lady who agrees with what Chrissie was saying about sex without emotion. Just because in my experience, I know a lot of women who, like when you're having sex with someone, your body's releasing oxytocin, which is the bonding chemical, and you release it when you're breastfeeding and stuff. So you bond with your baby, and you release it during sex. So you're bonding with your partner.
What if you like orgasm on your own though?
Huh?
You're bonding with yourself.
Then you're loving yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you're bonding with yourself. But so the more times you go to the well with a person, maybe that affects it too. If you're just having like a one night stand with one guy, it's not so bad. But if you think you can keep having meaningless sex with that person, I know some people have gotten in relationships because they started to have emotions for this person that they maybe should never have bonded with. I did that once. So
I've done that like many times. Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize like, oh, maybe that's why it's like a lot of the messaging I got when I was in college and stuff, that's like, oh, it's, you know, after the free love generation, after the 60s and stuff, it's like, oh, women can do this too. And like, it doesn't have to mean anything. But then in practice, I knew a lot of women who were, you get attached maybe to the wrong person. Just, so anyway, that's just another perspective on it.
Yeah. I just know that like, I thought living like that was making me happy, but I would be so sad. And then I would just keep having to go for like more and more, like many one night stands. Cause it's like they leave and you feel horrible, or even if you don't like them, it's just like, okay, now you're back to like, and then eventually I was like, oh, like none of these people are partners. Like I just wanted a ride or die. I wanted somebody to like be there for me. And it's like a one night stand doesn't give a fuck about you. It's like, they're not going to be there when your mom's dying.
It's kind of looking like, I mean, at least the way I feel, it's kind of like going to the gym. It's like, all right, that's a good gym. Oh, wait, this is a really good gym. I'll go back like a couple times. Maybe I'll go to the gym for a year
functional
or not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just learned very early in life not to rely on other people for like emotional satisfaction or emotional comfort. So when it comes to like guys, unless like they wanted to be serious, it was just like, all right, this is just for this, and I got my own shit to do.
Yeah. You could take care of yourself emotionally, so you were like, I don't need anybody.
Exactly.
I get that.
Men, if you're curious, men bond through not through sex so much. They can a little bit, but it's not the same way a woman does with oxytocin. Instead, men bond through doing things with women. So like
anal.
If you guys So like
activities like you giving
I thought
like if they're gonna go do something like, I don't know, like go through a struggle together or go do an activity together, or like if you make a man stress out, funnily enough, like if you give him space and you give him time to think by himself too, that's another one. Like that's how they bond with you, by not being around you. It's not kind of like psychotic. But yeah,
they say
the
distance
they
makes
want
the
you
heart grow
more
farther, right? I mean, heart grow fonder.
Have you guys ever read the 5 Love Languages?
Yes, I love that book. It's such a good book.
What are your languages?
All of them.
Honestly, yeah, all of them.
Like I won't turn down any of them.
What's your top 2?
It's funny because I have to make sure, like there's ones that I really like to give, but I have to know that like that might not always be that person's favorite gift to language to receive. Like I like to give gift. I like to just fucking nail a gift. Like be like, I got you. Like that's for friends, family, anybody. Physical touch is big. Words of affirmation for sure.
Oh God. I live kind of close to LA, so there's a bunch of fireworks. I have to go get my dog.
Acts of service have become more Her dog stuck in fireworks. Oh,
yeah.
As I become older, I think acts of service I appreciate more.
Acts of
I think I'm
service.
gonna head out.
Riss!
I don't feel comfortable in this room anymore. I don't know where the bug is. Like, if
Oh,
it's in that sweater, I have to
no.
dispose of it. I have to throw it out. I'm like,
Go
I
get
can't
him.
stop thinking about it. It's freaking me out. So
I just keep imagining the
Oh my
fly from
God,
Britney's
Riss.
documentary in your house.
yeah, that was
I'm
basically
summoning
it.
bugs.
You have to find that clip. I saw it like on the screen crawling across the top of my head.
I have it. I have the clip. Riss, do you want to watch it or you're okay?
You have the clip?
Yes, Frank. Left it and sent it to me already.
Let's see it.
This is about to be like the Matrix here.
I saw it and like I tried to play cool and I just couldn't.
Oh my God. This is us from earlier.
But if you want to like learn something, like take I don't know flight classes.
As you're talking about flight classes.
And do something. If you're already going to spend, then do something that's going to make your life better, right? And
Guys,
like
are
give
you
you
okay?
something extra.
No.
So you freak out.
Oh my God, it's the fucking funniest.
Chrissie, quiet on screen.
Wait, there's a bug on your head? What kind of a
I have the
bug?
holy water ready.
What kind of a bug? Riss?
Oh my God.
I think it's a stink bug. I took my shirt off.
Plane, learn how to shoot a gun and do stuff where it's like actually life skills. So yeah, you'll be if you're already going to spend money, then do something that's going to make your life better, right? And
Riss,
like
are
give
you
you
okay?
something extra.
On my head.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, these fucking animals.
Did you feel it crawling on your head, or did you just see it? The thing was cute.
Wait,
Oh my God.
I have to leave this room now. All right, bye guys. Bye. Thank you so much for
Oh my
letting me
God,
on the
bye.
line.
Please get to the bottom of this.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
That thing was massive.
Oh my God.
I thought she like just like no. Oh my gosh.
There's always a fucking animal in Riss's fucking house. There's like a couple months ago. Oh my God, she had fucking bats in her house and they were flying across like during our street. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because watching her freak out over this bat, I couldn't stop laughing. She's like, ah! She had all these fucking bats in her house.
Oh, play the bat
Okay. This is
I like that Frank like pulled that already and
he's
isolated
he's got the fastest hands
Frank
in
is
the
the
West.
best.
This shit makes me laugh so fucking hard. All right, I wish she was here. You know, everyone's like, Riss is so quiet. And I'm like, Riss is being quiet. And then it's like, because she's thinking the whole time, she's sitting here, 15 minutes thinking about that bug? Oh my God. I'm laughing so hard. My stomach hurts. Okay. Holy fuck. It was big. I saw it crawling on her head. I didn't know it was on her head. I thought it was just like flying around her face.
I'm from. If that one's coming in, that means another one's coming in tonight.
It's like a horror movie.
Oh, Riss.
The worst thing that you could ever imagine: sitting in your office and then a fucking bat flies across the room, and like they're like rats. So what the first exterminator explained to me is they're basically like rats that have wings. Like they're just dumb and they try to just go anywhere. Like they don't know what they're doing. They bite. Last night I was sleeping in my bed and I heard something come through the radiator. I heard little and then start circling my bedroom when I'm in it. A bat, like a huge.
Wow. It was in your bedroom while you were sleeping?
Yes. Sorry.
How do you
This is
deal?
Mike, he's saving my life right now.
Hi, Mike. And Mike, I guess the house that you live in, you've had a history of like bat problems.
I didn't know, but Mike told me that 10 years ago he came to this house and there were bats here and he fixed it up from the outside.
What is Mike's job? He's a bat man?
Yeah, he removes the bat.
He's a Batman. Have you considered the possibility that you may have a bat cave underneath your house?
I think it has to be because there's no other way that they're coming in. I mean, I've had like 3 exterminators so far in the span of a couple years that I've been here.
She's freaking out.
And they, they come in, they say that they fixed the problem, and then a little bit later they come in. I'm thinking they're coming down through my chimney, and they're going into my basement, and then they're coming up through the walls and through the radiators. And the scary thing is, I don't
Radiators?
know where they're coming from right now. Like, I don't know. I thought it was a radiator in my room. If that's the case, great. I'll just keep those doors shut, and I'll,
I think she needs a cat.
Call underneath the door. But then that means that they can come in through any radiator. I mean, I have radiators in every single room in my house. Mike said that he's been.
Freaked out. I'm waiting. Is there a bat that's gonna come out and get her?
Yeah, getting a bat in your house is no fun.
And they bite you.
After the homeowner opens the door and chases the bat out, they shut the door and lock, hoping the intruder stays out. The assumption at this point is always the same. It got in behind an open door or window. Unfortunately, the issue resurfaces after a day or two. People will often find bats returning either in the middle of the night or when they return from being gone all day. The obvious question
she needs a
returns,
cat.
How in the world did the bat get in my house?
She does need a cat.
So, how do bats keep getting in your house? We have 4 main ways bats gain entry into our homes. Yes, one of them is an open door, but that is far less common than you would think.
Mike?
Number
Oh my
1,
God.
bats enter your
There's
home
more of them
through your front door. Oh my God.
Can you hear
Can
that?
you see them?
Do you hear a bat? Oh, that was you?
He's the Batman. He's the bat. Okay, so 16% of bats enter through
Wait, when did
through
she freak
doors
out, Frank?
and
Was it
windows.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
that
they
was
enter
it?
through
Okay.
radiators? Like what?
I don't know. So anyway, we feel for Riss. Poor Flex. She's got bat problems.
I
Push
have the
ups.
same breakdown over rats. I get it. Back in New York, like when for example, Chrissy, there was a night I came home from one of your shows and I got off the train. I got off a stop too early, so I had to walk longer. And it was probably like 10 o'clock at night, maybe 9 or something. And you know how they leave the trash bags on the sidewalk lined up?
Yes.
Yeah, so like when you walk on the sidewalk, rats will just cross your path. Like it's a totally common thing.
They
So if you
run
go
under
after
your
nine-
feet. Mhm.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. So I had like 10 different rats do this. And by the time I got home, I was like, oh, finally the nightmare's over. And then one last one crossed my path and I dropped my keys. My pepper spray broke and I was just like, it broke off my keychain. And I was just crying. I went upstairs and I bawled my eyes out for
You're like,
a
I'm
fucking
ready
hour.
to leave this fucking city. Kivo, guys, make random days in the year Valentine's Day. Honor her and make her your queen. Ladies, show your man your appreciation for him and be his rock. Make him your king. Be well, ladies. Wow, that was like a real message.
Yeah, I mean, not every man wants that, so.
True. Some men just like a BJ at a steak. Scruggs. Also, I love that people still bring up that Jesus was black, not white. Everyone got corrected on that 20 years ago. Yeah, true. Zato. Exactly, Keri. It's not about race. It's about the narrative. I'm a little behind on these. Flaco, what race ethnicity? She looked half Greek, half asleep. I thought Margaret Cho died with the 90s. That's funny. Frost found Riss's channel a few months ago. Glad to see her here. I love Riss. She's like such a unique little cookie. Pen. To clarify for Riss, there are ways to mask personal info, likely hire a security pro you would need to relocate, but use old numbers, etc. for him to wear himself out on or flirt with a mobster. All right, I'll have to send her that. Hot tip. Russell, the Prometheus myth has parallels to Azazel from the Book of Enoch. God buried him under a mountain for teaching us things like makeup and astrology. Hey! Uncle Sam, there is a difference between equality and equity. Just like immunization and vaccination, they have perverted the English language. Right, Venti?
Equality and equity, immunization, vaccination. Overall, I guess so. Yeah, I heard about the equity one like literally yesterday. It doesn't even make sense. I think it's about like reparations or something.
Yeah.
Equity is when they want like equal results, like equal outcome.
Yeah.
So they'll say like,
It's like
we need
impossible.
50-50 men and women in STEM, right? Okay, but they'll never say that about garbage collecting. They just say it about the fields that they want to go in and change that they think have power. But it's the equality of outcome, and you can't equity. It requires you to get rid of equality because you have to tinker with things to make sure you get the right outcome. That means you have to discriminate against people so that you get the right percentages.
You just have to
Well,
discriminate.
you guys like Jordan Peterson? Do you guys remember? I don't remember who he was talking with, but he was discussing that, you know, the equality versus equity, and how if you look at Scandinavia and you see how they've literally given men and women exactly equal, and how women and men chose to go different paths. And so talking about that. Do you guys remember which podcast I'm talking about? I don't remember if it was a podcast or an interview. But I remember him going into detail on that one.
Talks about, I've heard him talk about this in a couple different places. Like I've heard this in what's the one, 12 Rules for Life, because I listened to that audiobook and I think he went into it there. And I know he mentioned it on a couple of interviews, because he's like, yeah, a lot of it has to come down to preference, and a lot of the preference comes down to biology. You know, of course there's always outliers, but you're gonna
they want to pretend that we don't prefer
anything
things.
Yeah,
right.
That's why there's the whole argument, oh, if you don't want to fuck a trans person, you must be a transphobe. It's like they'd rather push that than like accept the fact that they're like, no one's choosing them because maybe they're not good looking, or they're, you know, their body is confusing looking. Russell Hall.
I'm gonna just real quick, there's a comic that illustrates this perfectly, and it's, I forget who drew it, but it's two pictures. It's a picture of like a college fair, and there's two booths where you sign up for classes, and one says STEM and one says Women's Studies, and all the women are in line at the Women's Studies booth. And then in the next frame, you see the same booths, and all the women have picket signs, and they're standing around the STEM booth. Now that they've taken Women's Studies, they're picketing STEM, and it's like, dude, you could have just taken STEM.
Oh my God, that's so good.
That's so accurate. Well, you know, it drives me crazy with the whole STEM thing, because my boyfriend is an engineer, and since he's been working at home, he does like all of his meetings in like the living room and like, you know, the Zoom stuff. And I'm like, there's like more women than men that he works with. And whenever I go with him to like his work events, there's like the couple girls that are like, oh yeah, STEMinism is what they say. And I'm like, yeah, it's so frustrating, because I'm just like, there's literally more girls here than there are dudes. Like, this is, like, there's so many female engineers, but they want equality. And I'm like, there's like 5 of you to every one guy. You guys want equality, but you guys all came from very wealthy families, and you guys never had to struggle. Like, yeah, you had to work hard on like the test that you have to take to become an engineer and whatnot. So I'll give them that. They did have to study and work hard to get their degree. But I'm like, there's so many of you. And like they, for example, my boyfriend works for the state of California, and I'm like, it's literally run by women. So when they argue, oh, there's not enough women in engineering, I'm like, you motherfuckers run the state. So don't give me that shit.
It's also like, go outside and as women pass by, be like, hey, do you want to be an engineer? No. Do you want to be an engineer? No. What job are you in right now? Oh, you're a teacher? Would you rather be an engineer? No, fuck no. You know?
Oh no, it's so funny, because when I go to those things, that I'm like, I would rather tweeze all the hair out of my head than do what you guys do. Like, it is so boring. It's so incredibly boring. But what pissed me off was the head chick that, you know, does the stuff that my boyfriend was in, part of this like engineering group. She's like, oh, you're an artist. Can you design us a logo? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I designed them a logo that they use on everything in California. Did I get paid? Absolutely not. But, you know, pro women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say, we got to see Lila's cat for a second? That was super cute.
Yeah, Lila was your cat.
He ran off, but his name is Muffin.
Muffin. Right? Muffin.
Food name, top tier.
Muffin and Cupcake. Those are my 2 cats. Muffin.
Food names, pet names, yes.
I want to get a dog and name it Donut.
Yeah, Donut the dog.
I actually saw a pug that was named Donut and had like rolls after roll after roll after roll. It was so cute.
I want a donut or a pumpkin.
Pumpkin is cute.
Yeah. I just like to name my animals food names. Like when I had birds, their names were Bread and Butter.
Aww.
Yeah, that was
so
fun.
Cute.
I had a whole zoo at one point, but now we're just to the 2 cats.
Amazon Lord of the Rings trailer has a feeling like Disney Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it sucked. Kivo. Most people are killed by other Wow, this is way to bring the room down. Most people are killed by other black people. Natives were slaughtering each other. Black people owned and sold slaves. No, Jesus wasn't white, and he wasn't black either. No race has bloodless hands.
Okay, correction though. Most murders happen like intra-racially. So most white people are killed by other white people. Most black people are killed by other black people. It's not. By percentage, it's mostly intra-racial.
Yeah, it's not like black people are killing.
Unless you're
all of the
Jeffrey
people.
Dahmer.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he killed a lot of black guys.
He targeted. Yeah.
Well, it was more so like he liked physical fitness, and so like a lot of the black guys at the gay clubs were very fit. So he killed what he coveted.
Ooh. Yeah, I get that. Like, because people sometimes, because you're just like, oh, you love it, but you hate it. And it's like, there's all this passion and shit. That's why it's like with my simps, that's like, or with the trolls online, it's like, oh, I watched all your podcasts. You're not funny in any of them. And it's like, you watched all my podcasts?
Oh, that's so nice.
You're like, you're my number one fan.
Like, you sound like you love me.
You have a lot of people who I've seen some of your hate tweets from resentful people.
There's a lot. And then you look at their thing and it's like, how dare you? And it's like, oh, 12 followers. And you're like, oh, comedian, oh, documentary filmmaker. And it's like, oh, I'm doing all the shit that you want to do. Just do it then. Don't shit on me. It's time to start a real women's march. Let all the focus go on the true war in women. Bring back the pooksy hats. No thanks. Uncle Sam, I do not use social media or dating apps. People ask, what's your blank? FBIG. It sucks. I got taken off social for speaking freedom. Non-drinker, just overall crappy situation. Hard to find single, non-woke women. Great show. Yeah, I would say just like go to a yoga class. That's where a lot of women are. Or like a gym. Like F45, ton of women in there. Just in gyms in general are honestly mostly women. So I would go there. Or like,
but gyms have a culture of like, don't hit on women. And it's understandable because like if I were going to a gym, like I have a gym, but it's in my building. So if I were going out and there were like guys hitting on me, I would feel super uncomfortable. It'd make me not want to go to the gym. Because like usually it's guys.
It would make me want to go more.
I would hate to be a guy unless I was like a millionaire. Then I would be cool with being a dude. I'm happy I'm a girl. I
have the opposite opinion. I feel like I lost the genetic lottery by being a woman. Like if you were to describe being a woman and you were presenting it to someone as a disease, they would be like, oh my God, that's horrible.
No,
so imagine you had to explain to someone, so you're going to like bleed for 1 week out of every month. And also the week before, you're going to be psychotic as well. And then also like the week after, you might have some bleeding when you ovulate and cramping as well. So in reality, you get like 1 good week out of every month. And like the other part of the month, you're fat and psychotic. And like you're also disabled for several days. Oh yeah, that's just being a woman. Not a disability, by the way, somehow.
Yeah, also your boobs are going to hurt the whole week before. Like, it just feels like I got punched in
your
the
back's going to hurt from your boobs, too.
And you're also 4 times weaker on average than any man from puberty all the way to 70 years old. So you're 4 times weaker than half the population somehow. But
but you're less likely to die on the job. You're not going to get drafted. Like,
oh, no, we're getting drafted now. Did you hear that?
Oh, right. Except for now.
We're all getting drafted now. So it's like, and you know what? All those bitches that voted for that are either going to mysteriously injure themselves, get pregnant, or leave the country before a draft actually happens. And I'm like, I'm fucking fucked. I told my boyfriend, I was like, I'm not ready, but if there's a draft within the next couple of years, you are impregnating me because I'm not going to war for something that like another woman voted for. Fuck that. I'll die instantly.
Right? Yeah, I would suck at the army. I like can't even get into a Spartan race. I have to wait around for like a dude to throw me over the wall. I did
also in regard to the men doing jobs thing, like it's their choice to pick those jobs that are dangerous in periods, and the biological aspect of suffering isn't really our choice. And also I think that's a way better deal to like, oh, I pick a job and there's a high risk versus like you're suffering. Like you're disabled 1 week out of every month. A lot of women go through that period. So
well, did you ever get birth control to like counteract that?
I am very against birth control because it has a lot of adverse health effects, and I think a lot of women aren't aware of it, and it's really bad long term, especially if you start before you're 18.
Yeah, I was on it.
I got birth control and I haven't had a period in years, and it's fucking great.
She's flying high. She's like,
yeah,
"Oh,
it's
so
so great. The
great."
only thing that bothers me is like, I don't know if you guys can feel it, but like I can feel when I'm ovulating, and that shit fucking
Same.
hurts. And no
It
birth
does.
control's been able to stop that.
Oh yeah, it does for sure.
I was on birth control for a really long time, but I got off of it when I started getting like blood clots in my knee. And my doctor was like, you have to get off of birth control because I'm like more prone to blood clots. And it took me a while to like, you know, get regular again. But now I feel like so in tune with my body. Like I know when I'm ovulating. I can like I don't know. It's so different. I wish when I was, I'm 30 now, but I wish when I was like younger that I prioritized my health more in that sense. Like, I just like ate like shit most of my 20s, you know? And like, I never knew when my period was going to come. I was just such a freaking mess.
You see, you just
Now
said
it's
that
like-
right as I pressed the order button for a cheeseburger and I canceled it. Like I literally canceled.
What are you gonna eat now,
I can't
Venti?
get it now. I don't know.
No, a cheeseburger is good, okay? Because it's meat and we need to eat meat.
Yeah.
Especially now that you're 45.
Yes.
Yeah, now that you're 45, you gotta keep your iron up. From
True.
Scroggs, Uncle Sam, focus on improving yourself. Don't waste time looking for women. They'll find you when your value is of high.
That is true.
I think that's true for women too, though. I mean, or you can be hot. Either way, you can either be hot or high value. It's like you'll be all right either way.
I want the
Epstein's
cheeseburger.
Ghost. Get it. Bet she eats a 4x4 at In-N-Out. Hypocrites at JW. Oh, she's talking about the lady with the jacket. Nubian. Tesfaye. Hi, Brittany.
Hello, Nubian King.
Russell Hall. Wait, which of the Indian tribes, feathers, not dots, lived in urban areas? I thought Manhattan was just a bunch of rocks and trees when we bought it.
I don't know anything about history unless I'm like
that would be
studying
the
on a
feathers.
topic.
Yeah.
I
K-Max.
love history.
Do you know the answer to that, Anna?
Yeah, it was the feathers.
Oh, okay. Nice. The K-Max, the Showtime hate white people stuff. Does it seem over to you guys, or is it endless? I cannot even keep up with it anymore. Is it a fad and next year something else? I find it a tough one. I think that they will continue to produce these shows and movies until something like The Daily Wire just fucking completely blows them away with earnings and viewers, and then finally Hollywood will be like, oh, well, now there's real competition, so we might want to back off the woke shit a little bit. But it's already unpopular, and they keep creating woke films and shows. So I think it would take competition.
They're losing money. I was looking up Lila when you were talking earlier about Korean dramas.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, but Netflix is down like 30%. And I think they just got it. I couldn't find which country. I think India just gave them a bunch of money.
Yeah.
To put on a lot of Indian programming. Is that right?
Yeah. Because they got
But
Netflix in
right.
India now. So there's like a bunch of Bollywood movies that just got uploaded.
That's it. Yeah. Because the woke stuff nobody's watching it, but everybody's watching the Korean stuff, like I guess the Indian stuff, the Korean stuff, the Squid Game.
It's literally just feels like they're like creating actual art, and it's like a storyline with no like hidden agenda, you know? And I feel like everything I've watched on Netflix, as far as it's coming out of Hollywood, it's like there's like a hidden agenda that they're trying to use through the movie. And that's why I really enjoyed the Korean movies, because it was like, whoa, this is like so different and so just not the same kind of story that you see on Netflix. I miss Blockbuster, okay?
Me too.
I miss going to Blockbuster with my dad and picking out like 2 to 3 movies and like having a great weekend doing that. I just kind of feel like now with Netflix, I just feel like there's so much choice. Like I'll sit there and I'll spend an hour looking for a fucking movie, you know? And it's like the too much choice is like
paralyzing. Yeah.
Yes, that's the word. And then
And Block was just fun. It was like fun to like pick up videos and be like, ooh, like it was an experience.
Remember when like there was that one movie you wanted to watch and somebody had it and you would check back every day And it's like, did they bring back the damn movie yet? It's been past
Aw.
their time. And then it's like, you like just wait. And it's like, are you the fucker that has my movie?
Do you
Are
remember
the
what
fucker?
movie that was, Anna?
Yes, I remember we had to watch what was it? Lord of the Flies, but the black and white one for class. And there was only one. It wasn't Blockbuster, it was Hollywood Video that had it. And so I was like, I have to watch this damn movie for class. And my parents wouldn't buy it for me. So I would go to Hollywood Video every day to check if somebody brought it back. Because I'm like, time's a ticking. I gotta write a fucking report and
Wow.
compare this movie to the damn book. Where is this damn movie? Every day. And that
Probably
person
was
had
another
it.
kid.
It was
Yeah,
some
another-
lady. She just
fucking
forgot. It made me angry.
Russell Hall, why are there still so many angry old ladies writing multiple page diatribes in an age where you can buy a vibrator at your local Walmart? I would never buy a vibrator from Walmart. I don't even know if they sell them there.
No,
I think
you
it's
buy
They
them
do.
from
We learned on
buy them
Flashcast
from
last night.
AliExpress.
Really?
So you can get some Corona in your coochie.
I feel like everybody is promoting vibrators on my Instagram. Like
Really?
everybody, like no, I'm serious. So many of my friends have like a vibrator sponsorship, and they're all like using the same like clitoral like sucking thingy.
Wow. Okay.
I've just seen it all over my Instagram. All my friends are using it, getting
Is it good?
paid. I mean, apparently they're doing promos, promoting it.
Interesting.
You can get like a 20% off discount if you use their promo code.
You know what you could do? You know, if you guys suffer from anxiety at all, I recommend trying Cushy Dreams. Speaking of promo codes, I don't know if you guys feel like you can't avoid stress or anxiety, or maybe you have pain or you have trouble sleeping, or maybe you would like to have a calmer brain while you stay active. That's where our friends at Cushy Dreams come in. Let's just pull up the website. But bam!
Whoa.
They have solutions. Cushy Dreams specializes in high-quality smokable CBD, and CBD has been shown to help with anxiety, depression, inflammation, pain relief, and it might just work for you. They offer both indica and sativa strains. You get to pick the mood you want to experience. Relax, create, hustle, peace, energy, and dream. Plus, there's no hangover because there's no high. I really like the hustle blend. And I like the pre-rolls. These little betties right here. They come in a 5-pack, very tidy, very portable. Whether you want to smoke a beautiful bud or pre-rolls, Cushy Dreams has you covered. Their popular pre-rolls are rolled in organic hemp paper and feature an even slow burn. Flower is available in nitrogen-sealed cans and now humidity-controlled 1-ounce Mylar bags. It's top-shelf cannabis, ships directly to you and discreetly to all 50 states. Yeah, get all the benefits of cannabis without getting high.
Now that was a great promo. I like
Yeah. Go to cushydreams.com, KUSHY dreams.com. Use promo code CMP at the checkout and you get 20% off. Do it. Do it, guys. Do it. I like their stuff.
You know what that makes me think of? There's an episode of Bones where like they find obviously a dead body, and it was because there's people growing pot, but it was the ones that don't get you high, and somebody found the pot and then sold it, and then everyone was pissed because they didn't get high from it, so they went back and
Oh.
they killed the person that originally planted it.
Oh man.
And whatnot. And that's what I think of every time you do that, is that episode.
That's funny. Young Pei, if I were a vegetarian, I would be morbidly obese from rice and bread. Meat and keto is the only way I cannot be disgusting while being miserable. Yeah, me and Frank are talking about going on keto. I might give it a whirl. Russell Hall's evil twin. Okay, what's more important if you had to choose one, having a big dick or the energy of someone with a big dick? Asking for a friend.
You only have that energy if you have a big dick, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
How do you have that energy if you don't?
Exactly. You pretend to have big dick energy. We see through that shit. Russell Hall, how long until someone cracks a vegetarian joke?
Nobody
Matt,
did.
Nobody
It's
did
me.
it. Scroggs. Brittany made a good point about women being doormats. It makes a bad mother. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Most of those women don't want to be mothers nowadays, though. Like, so many people just are like, no, I'm not having kids.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of women like that don't want to have kids. However, there's a whole niche of women online that are like pick-me's, right? And there's left-wing pick-me's, which are like tend to be a lot of the time girls are selling their bodies because it's like, oh, you know, it's fine. I'll just appeal to men this way, because that's what a pick me is. It's doing whatever you can to get a guy to like pick you, as opposed to your personality having integrity, right? And then there's women on the right that are also pick me. It's like, I'll let you treat me like shit and talk to me any kind of way, and I'll be your Stepford wife. So
true
on both sides.
True.
I think that I saw somebody post this today. I'm sorry, it's getting late. My brain only works for 2 hours, and we've been doing this for longer than 2. So, but I saw somebody post today about kids and the socialization they're getting with masking, and how it was like one of these gross posts where a mom took a picture with her kid and was saying, you know, she really, really hates the vaccine and her booster shot and the masking or something like that. But she understands this is for the greater good and that she has to do this for everyone else. And my friend, I forget who shared it, made a great point about that kid is probably, you're raising them to be a doormat. Like, God forbid they come into contact with the wrong guy later on, now that you've taught them that everything is about complying and doing things for others and doing things that you don't want to do. And just the messaging that little girl is getting from her mom. I may not be doing a great job of describing it, but it really bothered me. I'm so tired of seeing parents putting their kids in these pictures where they're saying, they're crying and stuff, and then saying, but look, my kid is good. My kid's doing it for you, you know?
Yeah, that's
Did you see that article today about, or like Goldie Hawn? Like they're trying to cancel Goldie Hawn because she said wearing masks is like hurting kids' development.
No,
oh wow.
Yeah.
It's
good for
but
Goldie.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. And that's
Yeah.
a problem with these people trying to silence others. It's like you get in trouble for saying things that CNN could say that, and that would be fine if they wanted to, but they're not going to say that. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's
They
right
will-
thing
they will
versus wrong
say it.
thing.
Lila, they will say it eventually. After they've banned everyone else for saying it now, that's what everything they're banning people for, they end up saying it eventually.
Exactly. Yeah, Goldie Hawn triggers the left with a warning that COVID trauma and masking hurts our children.
It's in school. Our next guest says the coronavirus is traumatizing an entire generation of kids.
Oh my
and our
God, how
country
crazy.
is failing them.
Actress, award-winning actress, and Mind Up for Life founder Goldie Hawn joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us on Fox
What is
and
she
Friends
doing
this
with
morning.
her
You wrote
legs?
such an interesting piece.
Hold on, I think this woman is too tall for this chair, and she doesn't know what to do with her legs.
Yeah.
She's crossing them, and they're both on the floor.
I think she has to go to the bathroom.
I think she should. I think she should uncross them and maybe just have them all on one side because this looks weird.
That's how I would sit if I had to go pee.
I think they're all too tall for those chairs.
Yeah, these chairs are too small for all. Look at the socks are coming up. Yeah, the knees are too high.
I like it better when they're at a table and you can't see their legs.
Yeah, she's probably like, please just don't look at my underpants.
Piece in USA Today. How have we failed our children as a nation?
She's
and
over
what
it, you
can
can
we do
tell.
to reverse that?
We can start looking at what we're putting into schools. We can start looking at how we're putting preventative social and emotional programs into school. We're dealing right now with a mental illness pandemic. And mental illness is something that can actually last.
Good for
It's
her.
very, very dangerous. If we don't look at it and know what and how to handle it, then we're not going to win this battle with kids. The mind is a very, very powerful thing, and children are not able to actually manage what's going on, whether it's masks, whether it's any of the various things that are going on today in the world. It's very, very scary. I think that what we've got to do is start focusing in on our next generation. I mean, it has a more stable mental state, and mindup.org. I mean, what we do is we teach children, and have been for 20 years, we teach them about their brain so they know and understand, what it is and how they can manage their challenges. And this is something that we as a nation should think about. And also our parents. Our parents now, we need more programs on parents for how to parent their children. They don't know what to do, and we're losing our kids. I mean, I'm passionate about this. 20 years ago, we had an uptick in suicides for young children. 10 years old to 15. I mean, honest to God, this will bring tears to your eyes. We can call it a mask problem. We can call it a...
Damn. Well, good for you, Goldie. You're only 2 years too late with this message, but you know, better late than never.
I feel like masks. Okay, this is just my theory. This is not based on any medical knowledge. I think that masks are going to give kids autism because they're not going to know how to read facial features like in expressions because you're covering half your face. They're not going to grow up knowing around their own peers, people who look like them, on how they express themselves. So I actually think it's going to give them autism.
It's
Is
delaying
autism something you can give to someone, or is that how you're born?
You can get it from vaccines.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get social autism.
This video going to be
basically.
banned now.
They're not going to be well adjusted to socialization at all. It's kind of what I'm getting across, as opposed to literal autism. But yeah, that's shorthand.
I was just joking, YouTube.
Of course, yeah, we are not trained.
I was joking.
Medical peoples.
We don't know that.
Lila's a comedian. She jokes all the time.
I am joking. I'm just kidding. Okay?
No, it does.
I love vaccines. I think they're amazing. Shoot me up.
Shoot me up.
I'm ready to go. Give me my 4th, 5th booster. I'm excited.
Yes. I feel bad. I feel bad for these kids. Oh, will Keri address her cuck article while you are here?
Am I supposed to say, I saw that. Am I supposed to say, F you?
Heartfelt.
Heartfelt.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my
for
gosh.
sure.
When are you going on, Keri?
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you're in town, I
yeah.
can meet you.
Hmm?
If you're in town, I can meet you. I live right by.
I would love to meet both
Not
of
too
you.
far away,
Yes.
like
I will
30,
message
40
you after
minutes.
this.
Oh my God, I'm going to be so jealous. I'm going to have so much FOMO.
Texas ladies.
My friends are hanging out without me.
Where do you live, Anna?
I live in California. I live in Orange County.
Okay. Oh, I used to live in LA. I have a friend who he has a gunsmithing business in Orange County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Private chat it.
Okay.
Anna, didn't you also catch the guy you claimed you're broken up with for wanting to spend too much time with you crying while watching you shower?
Oh. Yeah. So that was a boyfriend after the one that was cheating on me boyfriend. That one I was just someone said that I was shallow because I had higher standards for the guys that I was sleeping with, but they never had anything in common with me. Well, no, like physically, like I liked a certain type of guy. And so I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to try dating a guy that I have everything in common with, but maybe like I have to lower my, standards for how they look physically. And I dated this guy for a year, and yeah, he did cry, but that was because I made a joke, and it wasn't this kind of joke, but he thought I was making a joke about guys like not being circumcised, which was not the joke. And then he started crying in the shower, like we were taking a shower, and he's like, I'm not circumcised, right? And I was like, yes, you are. But he thought I was making fun of guys that weren't circumcised.
Oh.
And I was like, but the thing that bothered me, I'm like, how do you not know that you're circumcised? Like, you can see the difference, right? But it was a shit show. And then we broke up and he cried again. But yeah, so I know now never to compromise. Like, you don't have to have everything in common with someone, but you do need to be physically attracted to them or it is not going to work.
But you do need to be circumcised. Yeah.
No, you can be either one. I don't care. That wasn't the point. The point was a guy didn't know that he was.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid can you be, dude?
You should know.
How old is he?
When we were dating, I think he was like 25. It's wild.
He didn't know at 25?
No, Brittany. He thought he wasn't circumcised. And I'm like,
oh, man.
Have you not seen another dick? Like, how do you not know the difference?
Wow. I guess he didn't watch any porn. Oh, this was the tweet that what Keri was talking about. Up all night with my baby.
Yeah.
She has intense reactions to vaccines, and still she keeps taking them because she's brave and knows it's not just for her, but to keep us all safe. So proud to be her mama. Whoa, she looks fucking.
Look at her face, by the way.
She's taking mom is forcing her to. Like, come on. In reality, would any kids take any kind of medication if their parents didn't force them to?
No, of course not. No kid's gonna be like, sign me up unless they're like, bribed with pizza and Snickers.
And like lollipops and what?
Or their dumbass parents take them. Ugh. This is it makes me sick.
I think my
I
child's
hate
health will be worth
face.
more than my likes on Twitter.
Yeah.
They're always like posing like a hunter who poses with the carcass of a lion.
The
like
dead
the fish.
lion. That's so crazy.
That's her face is like, look at me
Like-
with my prey that I just felled, you know. It's a trophy picture. And your
Yeah.
kid is
Oh,
the
no.
effing trophy.
It's really sad. And like they tell themselves they're doing the right thing and they don't realize that it's a selfish move on their part. I'm going to run through a couple more of these super chats. K-Max, Jesus in the Bible is always cited as Jewish, not black or white. It seems like they imagine things nobody even claims and then use it as an insult. Yeah. I
Well,
guess
they're
Jesus-
saying that the art of him is very white looking, which it is very white looking, but you know, they so to speak blackwash things all the time. You know, you have like Black Santa. Ariel from Disney is black, even though it's like a Nordic story, and
It's
the
Danish.
original work is
It's
white.
Danish. They're
Yeah.
appropriating my grandmother's country.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our stories.
Yeah,
Ariel
they can
is
blackwash
blonde.
all these things, but you know, if you paint Jesus as like Caucasian looking, then yeah, you know, it's how it is. Double standards.
Well,
Good
I
point.
will argue for those dumb people that don't know this. Back in the day when they were creating art of Jesus, mixing colors when you don't have an art store to go get pigments from is extremely difficult, and making white and black are probably the two easiest things to mix because they're not colors, they're values. And so when you only have two colors and maybe some like red ochre that you can find out there, and you're not using professionally made paintbrushes, you're literally just using somebody's makeshift brushes and palettes, it is going to be easier to get a representation of a deity with a 3-color palette. And yes, if you're going to do skin color and you need to do some, you know, one that's not black, then you're going to get a lighter color palette. So people that argue about that, I'm like, you guys are so dumb.
Like, does every stick figure a kid draws, like, do they color it in to like show skin tone? No, it's like people just make stick figures, and because that's easier to draw. You know, you're not always thinking I have to like shade it in.
I think Jesus was probably Chinese.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
in
think he was just
Jerusalem.
Chinese. He was he was from China, and you know, he was Chinese for sure. And if he was Chinese, then I think we could all be happy. We should just make him Chinese.
That's a great idea.
Everything's from China anyways. So
Speaking
is
of which,
Jesus.
Young Pei, no simp. Lila is a complete sunbeam, and I really need to try to be more like that. I agree 100%.
Aw.
She's like, I'm always like, what drugs do you on? And she's like, just life. I'm happy, bitch. Yeah. Sebastian and Nan. And Anna is a political penguin, not
Aw.
left or right wing.
Penguins are cute.
They are cute.
They are. You hear they're getting taller again? I'm like,
Again?
yeah.
Oh no, not
They're already
again.
taller than me.
Penguins?
We gotta watch out. Russell Hall, John can pencil on some eyebrows. Oh God, I didn't really like either of those guys from the Jack Show. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I was
You don't like
tired, but,
John or Shane?
They were testing my patience. I feel like they were kind of rude, and I don't know if it's because they were drunk, but that's why I
No,
just
I would say
left
you
abruptly
came
because I
on-
was like, ugh.
You came on a very uncomfortable Jack Show, so I would apologize for that because I think that they were fine the other time you came on, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, you were on before, and I don't think you had that uncomfortable situation. No, it was a very, very uncomfortable beginning, and if you don't know all of the history between the drama, you probably didn't know why, but it was a very uncomfortable night. So, but it got better after the uncomfortableness stopped. But yeah, I apologize for that.
Oh, thanks, Anna. Oh, the pussy's back.
Oh,
This is Muffin.
Hi, Muffin.
I love him.
Oh, hello, Poos. Oh my God, you're so cute.
Really cute cat.
I bet. Does Muffin love Halloween? Because that's like her time to thrive.
Muffin, he loves Christmas because he's a big old lump of coal.
Oh, it's such a cutie.
He's so cute.
Look at his
I
feet.
love black cat.
feet. Ah! Look at it. Oh my God. Look at the feet. Oh my God.
He's a good boy. He's from Long Beach and Cupcake's from Hollywood. And now they live in Texas.
God. Oh, goodbye.
I got him from Craigslist.
A Craigslist cat. Cat's list.
Yeah, he is so cute.
Waylon, end of day. Anna is cool. She has a laugh.
Oh, thank you.
Tiger seemed to know that your cat was on the screen because he just walked in here and was like, "Pick me up."
Oh, wait, Tiger.
He's afraid of cats, especially black cats.
Oh, just so
No.
cute. Just the cutest baby. Oh, look at him.
I love him.
It's like Animal Stream. How do you all feel about dating a virgin whom insists on saving himself for marriage? Oh God, I would try my hardest to break you.
You can't buy a car without test driving it, in my opinion.
True.
I think that would be really cute. It would also depend on if they actually do want to get married. Like I wouldn't want to like imagine if they're just like, yeah, I'm saving myself, but then they never marry you like 3 years later.
Yeah. You'd be like, wow. Your head game better be on point, Aaron, if you're saving yourself.
Are you allowed to check the engine on that thing before? You know, can you see what you're working with? Like what you might get potentially.
Yeah. Can you
I feel like you would know though, just by looking at it. Like if you would be able to assess, like, like is it?
Well, are they going to let you look at it?
Good. Yeah,
I would assume.
Yeah. It's a lot of good points. So, Russell, does it really matter how many women a guy has had his junk in if he's disease free and always wears a rubber? Plus, we wash it off, right?
Do you?
I mean, there's a range.
Do you, Russell?
Like if you've been with more than me, I'd be like, that's a little scummy. So if it's like as many as me or less, I'd be like, all right, cool. I don't know. I guess it depends. Like,
I don't know. I don't number shame anyone.
I would view it as a negative if a guy had a high body count, but it's not necessarily a deal breaker so long as it doesn't reflect their current character.
Yeah. True. Okay, a couple more. And if any of you have to go, I feel like I'm holding everyone hostage. So we need to scram. Just love. Okay, ladies, who would you rather marry? Jordan Peterson, Eric July, or Tim Pool? Ooh, just because of age. I mean, like Jordan Peterson's probably like mid 50s already.
He's like 60s, right?
Oh, 60s. Okay. I'd probably pick Eric July just because Tim Pool seems a little neurotic and a little bit like too much like work would come before everything.
59.
Like, I don't know. He seems a little
Jordan Peterson's 59 years old.
Yeah. Oh, God, I do look up to him, but we're talking about marriage, so I'd say Eric July. Nobody else is
all married.
I think they all have. Yeah, I think they all have ladies.
I would pick Jordan Peterson too.
I think I might too because I think, well, I'm a pretty recent Christian, and I'm also coming to the opinion that what your belief system is maybe most important when you're picking someone you're going to be with for the rest of your life. I didn't always think that way. I didn't even know who I was when I got married the first time. I didn't even, much less know what my belief system was, right? But now I kind of know more about that, and I think he's out of the Christian closet now, isn't he?
Jordan?
Well, yeah, he always talks about he talks about like the book of Exodus like all the time and how he's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, I don't want to answer the question, but I will say I met Eric July and he was cool. Very chill guy.
So Eric.
I like all of those
Eric.
Yeah.
I like them all too. Yeah, I guess I answered it honestly, which I shouldn't have done. Krish Mono, your primary love language is usually the one you give the most. So which love languages do you speak the most to your partners?
I disagree with that because I love giving people gifts, but I hate getting gifts. Like
that exactly.
I get so uncomfortable when people give me a gift because I'm like, I'm not going to react correctly, which I never react
like it.
To a gift.
Yeah.
But I love giving people gifts.
Same.
So
same.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's right because the reason that book that people, the reason somebody told me to read it is because they're like you usually give the one that you like to receive. Ooh. And that's not the right one usually you need to know what their love language is. Like I was always given the one I wanted to get. I like words of affection. So I would give words of affection. And then I'm with someone who wants acts of service. you know?
Yeah, I think it was 5 love languages is really helpful for you to assess compatibility, actually. For me, it's quality time and physical touch because they kind of go hand in hand, right? But I find that I will like doing my worst one's words of affirmation. Like it feels cringe. So that really sucks. If somebody likes words of affirmation, because I like showing through my actions as opposed to like I'm not that person that knows how to flirt. Like I don't know how to do that.
I don't
Unless
either,
I'm
Brittany. It's
comfortable
okay.
with someone for a really long time, then maybe. But like even then, it's like kind of toned
It's just
down.
like words of affirmation is cringe. That's funny to me.
I don't.
I
That's
feel like-
the one that I like to receive. Like,
yeah,
because I don't know. I'm
same.
so bad at reading people now. I thought I was, but now I'm like, no. I like acts of service and words of affirmation, but I like giving physical touch and like presents and stuff. Like I like doing that to my partner, but you know, just what it is.
I'll be right back. I have to get food.
Okay. Did you get your
cheeseburger?
I like words of affirmation too. I feel like me and my fiance have been together for so long that sometimes I feel like we have like our own little like language too. Or just like the way I talk to him, like I wouldn't want anyone else to hear me like in my little cutesy voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he'll do it
That's
back
cute.
too. Like he just I don't know, we could say I love you like 500 times in a day and he'll always say it back and I
Oh my god.
and like I need that, you know. I think it's because I have like abandonment issues and intimacy issues in my past, and so it's like it's so great to be with someone who I can be like, I can tell Eric I love him a million times in a day, and he'll always say it back or say it first.
Oh my god,
very
he
nice.
seems like such an awesome guy.
He's very sweet.
KMX, a man is needed to kill that bug over Rissa's head. Yeah, for sure. I like this
That thing
one.
was huge.
You're just feminist libs masquerading as right wing. Yeah, you got us.
Yep.
Feminist libs.
Yeah, that's us. That's us, Keri. Yo, that was a cockroach. Time to call the exterminator. Was it really?
I don't think so.
don't
Cockroaches
know.
are bigger than that. Cockroaches are about this big.
There are smaller ones too, though. The German ones.
The like those ones, but then they wouldn't
There's
be
little
that
ones.
wide. The one that where does she live?
Jersey. No, actually Pennsylvania. Yeah, she lives in Pennsylvania.
It might just be a beetle.
We hope it's a beetle. Junior, prayers for Riss and her bug invasion. Happy V-Day. Russell Hall, I have a baby turtle. I haven't named yet. I'm leaning towards soup. Oh no, don't call it soup. Joseph Avery, shout out to all the feds in the chat today. Yay. What's up, feds in the chat? Ryan R. It clearly wasn't about a bug. I'd be upset too if I inadvertently character assassinated an ex who I used to love and who used to love me on V-Day. Nah, I would do that shit to my exes too. They all fucking deserve it. She can talk about her life. Cecil, with Dahmer, it was a matter of taste.
Gross.
Anna, you're too old to get drafted. Far too old.
Oh, fuck you, Cecil.
Kivo, my previous super chat, I mistakenly left out black people are often killed by other black people. My error. Absolutely right. Most violence is intraracial. What happens when you type too fast and not proofread? Wow, he came back to correct himself, Keri.
That's good.
Call the gender equality paradox. Good point, Anna. Yeah,
What?
point. Someone thought you were smart.
Yay.
200 watt studio. Happy Valentine's Day, Keri. K-Max. For Brittany, what was Louis Theroux like in person? Oh, she's gone. I'll do that one later. Netflix has way less content than Blockbuster. Yeah, for sure. That one's for Brittany. I wonder what Goldie Hawn's face looks like up close. Probably puffy.
Oh, you can see it on her Instagram.
Oh, okay.
She's an older lady. I think she's aging.
She's trying to keep it together. Yeah, she looks all right. Holy cow, Goldie is pulled really tight. No makeup. Well,
She had makeup on.
Stay looking okay. Cecil, I laughed until I realized that I'm a guy on Jack. That's fun. Okay, just a couple
You
more.
guys are a little younger, so you may not have seen the original Overboard with Goldie
I
Hawn.
love that movie.
No, I
I
haven't
love
That's
it.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite movies.
So good. Yeah.
It's
That's
so
one of those
funny.
Kurt
I
Russell.
want to see it.
It's so
and he
good.
built her a closet where it just it's a wooden closet where all the shoes and it moves. But she hates it because she's a rich snob. But I'm like, I want that closet.
Well, she did have a point though. You are supposed to use a certain type of wood in the closet, and he did use the wrong one.
True.
I got that reference because I remember my mother screaming because I had a closet in my room that she wouldn't let me use because she put all of her stupid coats that she never wore in it. And she's like, it's because, what is it? It's cedar, and he used oak. And so it's like, no, you need cedar to keep the moths out. So I will give her that, but she was the dummy that didn't specify. But it's a good movie. You should watch it. You'll like it, Chrissy.
Russell says, yes, I washed it off. I'm not a narwhal. Jesus Davila, thumbs up. Thanks for the super chat. Wayland, damn Keri gone. I would ask her out.
Oh, I got a simp. I'll tell my husband.
You caught one. You caught one. You caught a live one. Yeah. No, you got multiple simps in the chat. Just
he was gonna be like standing back here like, no simping will happen.
Now he's like, what? We need more simps for Keri. Simps. All right, if Brittany comes back with I have two more. Food. I have two more super chats in there for Brittany. Angelica says happy gal and Valentine's Day. Hi Anna and ladies. What's up, Angelica? Hello. I am tired. This was so long, guys. Thank you for hanging with me.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you all have an awesome.
Sorry for being late.
V-Day. It's so late. I'm always like, let's do 2 hours. You guys are the best.
This is perfect. This is right when I wake up, so I'm like energized.
So when did you go to sleep that you woke up at like 10?
Like 2.
Or you're behind. You're also like California time.
Well, yeah, I'm but I'm nocturnal, so my vampire schedule helps it out.
Is Peaches a little nocturnal?
No. No, but it works out because he when I wake up, that's when he gets off work, and so I hang out with him, and then when he goes to bed, I start working, and then I hang out with him in the morning when he wakes up, and then I go to bed, and basically the entire time he's working, I'm sleeping. So
wow,
yeah,
that's really neat. You're like a vampire.
Yeah, it just makes it inconvenient because I needed to go grocery shopping today. Like I have no food, and I woke up after the grocery stores have closed, so that's the only inconvenient thing. And I hate going to the grocery store in the morning because I'm like, I'm tired, I'm groggy, I've been working all night, and I'm like, do I really want to go and deal with people and the sun's so bright?
Oh yeah, you're like, Keri, what actress does Dante Furno remind you of?
Myrna Loy.
Oh, there you go.
From the 30s.
Really? How do you spell her name? M-E-R-N-A, Loy?
M-Y-R-N-A. That's the only person people ever tell me I look like. And it's usually 80-year-old men.
Oh my God. You have AARP simps. Let's see.
I do. That's
wow. Yeah, I see it. Oh my God, she's hot and very cool looking. Like she's very unique looking.
That's my demo. 80-year-olds.
That's nice. You get in there right before they die.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You're a married lady. What is a Peaches? That's
His
Anna's
boyfriend's
boo.
nickname. He's sweet and fuzzy like a peach.
Aww. I think Keri looks like Jodie Foster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I have heard that one.
If you had straight hair, yeah.
All right, Anna. Brittany, couple super chats questions for you. For Brittany, what was Louis Theroux like in person? I assume he is just like every journalist out there, which is all bad all the time. Did anything he asked surprise you? What was his general vibe?
He was, I guess, nice overall, but I just thought it was really funny how like, okay, so you know how in documentaries they film like you just meet them, you're like, hello, come in. That's not actually what happens. The crew comes in first, and then they're like, they kind of set it up, and then you have to pretend it's your first time seeing them.
Yeah.
And like, I guess he has this like, this way he carries himself of like very serious, right? And then like, but it's when the camera turns on, right? That it's like Louis Theroux mode engaged, that type of thing. And I
So he
thought that
turns
was
it
funny.
on.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is interesting. Okay, one more question for you, Brittany. Brittany, there's a technical term for a pick-me. It's called codependency.
That's not true. You can be codependent or clingy without being a pick-me.
Totally true. Anna, what is a pizza? It's her boyfriend.
Oh,
I mean, it's
you know exactly what it is. 200 wants to. Don't tease me like that.
yeah.
An
All right, guys. Anti-pizza. This was awesome, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out for so long. Let's go around and let people know where they can find you and follow you. Keri Smith.
Yay! So you can find me on Unsafe Space, but I have a brand new channel I just launched. That's my channel. It's called Deprogrammed with Keri Smith, and I'll put it in the chat.
Hunt. Sorry, they put the avocado separate from the burger. It pissed me off. And the mix. Sorry.
Wait, one more from Crash Mono. Having been told I'm codependent by a legit psychologist, Brittany's definition of pick me resonated with me. Okay, sorry, Keri, you were saying.
Oh, it's called Deprogrammed with Keri Smith, and I'll say something in chat. I just saw 69 for 69.
Yeah.
Oh man! And thank you so
Love.
much for having me. I'm very happy to meet you, ladies. I get really
Yes,
sleepy.
we
This
like
is
to
way
meet you
past my
too.
bedtime.
We'll definitely see you when you're in town. Me and
Yes,
Brittany
I'll
can meet up
message
with
you.
you.
Yeah, we'll meet up.
Awesome.
Aw, friends.
You guys can find me at lilahart.com. But most importantly, go to Rumble and look up our show, Immune to the System. That is the one that me and my fiance have been doing regularly, and we're really excited about it. So it's Immune to the System. I had so much fun tonight. This was great. I love doing this.
Thanks for doing it. Russell Hall, they separate them because they travel better. That's the explanation for the avocados, Brittany.
I don't care.
Brittany, where
Extra
can
work.
people follow you?
Yeah, I didn't pay for this fucking deconstructed burger. I'm having to assemble the whole goddamn thing by myself.
Yeah, you might as well have just made out your own food tonight.
Yeah, I wait up outside 5 minutes because DoorDash can't figure it out as per usual. Anyway, you can find me bitching about DoorDash on youtube.com/Brittany Venti. And you can find me on Twitter at Brittany Venti. And on my YouTube, I recently made a video called Why Are Women Funny? So if you guys are interested in that topic, I did some research into it. And I thought it was a pretty good video. So yeah.
I hope you
And I'm on Instagram too.
Is the answer? I think her answer was mostly no.
You have to watch and find out.
To watch it, no spoilers.
Anna.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anna. I'm also known as That Star Wars Girl. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram as That Star Wars Girl. I also have a secondary channel, which is The Art of Anna TSWG Studios, where I do painting streams. I did one this morning, and I'm working on this big project called the Eye Project. So if you see that, go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well. And yeah, I think that's everywhere you can find me.
Your art is amazing.
She's so freaking talented.
So good.
Thank you.
It's not
Thank you. I
fair.
appreciate that.
It's not fair. You're hot and talented.
It's been decades practicing.
It's incredible. It's like I love your eye videos. They're mesmerizing.
Oh,
People can buy your paintings. Can they? I hope they can. Or else that guy's fake news. All right,
No, I don't
guys.
sell originals right now, but
She doesn't sell it. Tough shit, guys. All right, I'm tired and weird. Live from January 6th comes out March 15th. I think pre-sales available next week. Stay tuned. I'll let you know where you can buy it. I think iTunes, possibly Amazon. But yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Bye.